The Horrible Gamers podcast may contain content not suitable for all ages. Listener discretion is advised.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Horrible Gamers podcast, show number 392. Being recorded on April the 25th, 2022. I'm one of your hosts, Jesus and Gunny, also known as Jesus Walks Out. Today, I'm joined by my friend from the West Coast, the best coast, Gunny Chief. Henley Merrill is back. Welcome back, Gunny. Welcome.
Hey, Jesus. Hey, how's it going? Sorry, guys, it's a little quiet time.
I don't. What kind of shit? Hi, Gunny.
Hey, look, I got a sick family member. They're taking nappy time.
What kind of fucking shit is this? I'm over here screaming. You're over here. Hey, guys.
I'll wake them up.
Hi, I'm here. I'm here, Evan. Hi.
Hello. Good day to you. Don't make me laugh.
And from the West Coast, the best coast, also from somewhere in the West Coast, the best coast. Evan Tanaka is back. Short Pockets is back.
Hey,
welcome back.
What it do, baby? California,
Hey.
West Coast.
That's right.
The best part of the West Coast, best coast.
Yeah. Welcome back. Welcome.
Whoop, whoop.
And from, I don't know if he's here or not. Is he here from little Ohio? Is Mayo here?
I don't see a camera.
I think I'm back online.
Oh, Mayo is here.
Oh,
Hey, Mayo. Whoa. Hey, hello.
He made it.
it just come back on. Just got my internet back.
Wow, welcome from Little Ohio. The Mayo Steve Wheeler is back. Woo! The whole gang is here today, ladies and gentlemen. Gunny's over there whispering for some weird fucking reason. But we're all here. We're all fucking here. Woo! Anyways, you can follow us on Twitter at _Horrible Gamers. Also, join us on Facebook. Horrible Gamers Podcast is our group or podcast page, whatever. Fuck, just go find the page. And there's a link to the group. You could join the group through the page, or you could just search for the group and join the group. Anything you post in the group stays in the group. It's a private group. And leave us a review on Apple Podcast, on Spotify. And leave us reviews, because I see the reviews. You may think I don't see the reviews, Mayo, but I see the reviews, okay?
Oh, okay.
5 stars
Okay,
on Spotify.
I see them.
I'm about to write you a novel
Oh,
about why this show sucks.
oh wow, okay.
You know, any long reviews, I'm not going to listen.
Wow. I want to read them all. I'll read them all, don't worry. And you can support the show by doing that. Also by sharing it with your friends and family and whoever the hell else you want to share it with. But you can also give us some monies over at Patreon Machine, like our friend Leahy. That's right. Leahy.
Legendary dog.
No,
That's
he's not
not what-
legendary. It's not
That's not what the
legendary
D
no more.
stands for.
Oh, sorry. Okay.
Jason Sams, Robert Noble, Sean Patrick, Chad, Henley M, Pork Poo,
Pork chop.
Nipron, the best HGP host ever,
Yeah.
Evan, Big Girls. I want to say that this is in plural. Big Girls, Big D Tanaka. Whoa.
Yeah.
Jonathan, Titan, Big D Hall, and the first HGP Patreon Bill, still even the biggest D, Gardner the second, the Elden Lord. I guess
Yes, he
extra
is.
title now. The Elden Lord, okay.
He did. I think he also ordered a furry Xbox controller.
Whoa.
I don't know. I saw it on Discord.
Like a furry, like he dresses like a furry, and he ordered an Xbox
know what?
furry controller.
I'm gonna get in trouble here. All right, let me go back. Okay, it is a Furby Xbox
Oh,
furry.
that sounds even stupider than the furry controller.
This thing looks terrible.
That sounds even stupider than the other one. God. Okay.
I thought the furry controller was gonna be like the Sonic the Hedgehog controller.
That's what I thought too. Like something cool like that. Like, oh, okay, I get it. No, this is stupid shit. Okay. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the show. We're here to talk about video games and whatever else we feel like talking about. First of all, I want to address the elephant in the room right now, and that's Evan over there.
Oh no.
Evan,
making a fat joke?
Oh, big D joke. Oh. Anyways, Evan. Evan, the other day you left us some show feedback over on the Discord machine, right, Mayo?
Yes, I do remember that.
Yeah, some show feedback. Let's read it here. He said, on April 2nd, 2022, Evan Tanaka, aka Shirt Pocket, said, "You guys suck."
Aww,
end quote.
Thank you, Evan. I mean, that's so nice of you. We appreciate you.
What's going on, Evan? What's going on? You want to tell us why we suck?
Well, first of all, do you guys disagree?
I mean, I do disagree, but okay, tell us why
what do we suck? That's the question.
Look, I don't even remember writing that, but it sounds like something I would write. I just like to,
Were you high?
I like to give you guys some feedback and keep you guys in check.
Thank you. We appreciate the honest feedback, Evan.
Yes,
Thank you.
That's what I'm here for.
Okay, now that we addressed that issue, Mayo, you don't have to take him out no more.
We can move
All right,
on.
okay. He did say he was going to try to come to Ohio, and we were going to take him out then, but
that feedback, the feedback was only 3 weeks ago. Thanks for finally getting to it.
no, we just had to wait till we had you on the show. He's been over plotting.
No, I read it. Who did I read it last week, Gunny?
I think it was it last week or the week before?
I don't know. I read it. I know I read it, though. I was like, you asshole. These guys suck.
We are.
Anyways, talk about video games, guys. Shit that I've been playing this week. So I've actually been playing a few things. I want to start off with a little bit of Ready or Not, actually. I've been playing some more Ready or Not. That's the cop SWAT team male... was it like fantasy, like super sexist male fantasy? There's no female SWAT officers in that game.
Yeah, I just noticed that. There's
no females.
That's not inclusive.
But were there female bad people?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. Mm-hmm. Was there?
No, there's a lot of female bad crackheads.
Ooh, that's
females can be crackheads too. Yeah, they run at you with knives, There's all kinds of bad guys in the game, all right, Gunny? They're very inclusive in that.
Okay, you're saying there's bad guys, bad girls, but no good girls. Is that what you're saying?
Well, there's civilian female as well, and there's male civilians as well.
Okay.
Like people you have to save or whatever, like civilians that you don't shoot or whatever. There's both of those as well.
Oh, there's just no operators yet.
Yeah, I don't want that gay shit. No, I don't want stupid fucking operators. Nobody wants that, dude. Who wants operators in a fucking Ready or Not game? That's like the stupidest fucking thing you could put in a game. Fuck that shit.
It's Rainbow Six Siege, man. That's a good game.
No,
I mean, we're
fuck
kind of
that
over
shit.
it, but everybody else is.
Anyways, Ready or Not, the new Rainbow Six Siege, that's 100 times better than Rainbow Six Siege.
It is.
It really is. It really is. Like, it's so much fun. It's way, like, people are thinking, like, oh, that was a terrorist hunt is fun. Nah, dude, like, this is more fun. It's just, it's so crazy. Like, you don't know, like, how the enemy's gonna ever react to you. You just don't know. You can never really be 100% sure if they're gonna come at you and try to kill you. If while they're surrendering, they're gonna kill you. If as you're going through, like, a room, clearing a room, they're gonna just, like, open the door to your right and come out with the gun and shoot at you. Or if the guy opening the door is a civilian trying to run away. Like, you just don't know the situations. You just got to be on your fucking toes the entire match. Till the game says it's over, you are on your fucking toes. Ain't that right, man? Like, you're on your fucking toes, dude.
Have they added the shotgun trap yet? Have you played it?
No.
Okay. I did see that in the notes where they were talking about that, and they showed like a diagram of the shotgun on like a wood plank with like a a string tied to the door handle and the trigger,
like a Saw
and so
type thing. You know that movie Saw?
Yeah.
Just what it reminds me of.
But these like right now there's current traps. The current traps are flashbangs or grenades, and those pretty much you just open the door and you set them off. The same thing with the shotgun trap. But did you also notice, Mel, that they're switching up the way the traps are placed on the doors now as well?
So they have like mid and lower.
Yeah,
right?
they have a mid and a higher one as well. So you got to make sure you clear the entire door, not just look down and fucking kick it open, because you might have a wire at the top that you don't see.
Well, we know how good I am at kicking open doors in that game.
The door.
I don't think we have to worry about that.
Mail's bringing some WD-40 to the next game.
They're also adding new guns to the game as well, and they keep improving the guns they already have in the game. And sometimes the guns they're adding into the game are new guns technically, but it's just a different variant of whatever rifle is already in the game. So I think they already have the MP5 Mail, but the variant of the MP5 that they have right now is a different one that the one they're going to put in. I think they said the one they're going to put in is used by like special forces or whatever, while the one that they already have in the game is used mostly by like police or whatever. Like police SWAT teams use the one that's already in the game, but more like military and special forces and shit use the ones that they're going to put in the game. And they say they handle differently, like because they have different stocks on them and they're made out of different shit or whatever. So like the guns handle differently or whatever, based upon which variant you fucking decide to use. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to see how they're doing all that.
I saw in their notes as well how they support like the modding community. And
they definitely do.
A couple of different mods, and I never thought to look. I know they had some stuff, I think, on Nexus Mods, which is kind of a big mod website. And a couple of ones they referenced was like a lighting one. It had like neon lighting, so I almost had like a ray tracing effect and stuff. I can't remember what the other one was, but they look pretty good. So it's kind of nice that they're behind the mod community.
Yeah, they do a pretty good job of supporting the mod community, I think. So yeah, I love that fucking game, dude. Like, that's one game that I could play with my friends like a long time and not get tired of it,
Mm-hmm.
And when was it? Brink and I were playing it a while back, and we actually found these dudes in a like just in the game, because most people, I want to say like, not all, but most people that play that game have voice chat. Like, they use it, not that they don't have it, they just use it, So that's kind of a cool thing about that game. It's rare to see video games that the players use voice chat. It's really rare, especially on PC. Like, it's just not really a thing, But in this game, there's a lot of that. So me and Brink found a lobby the other day. We were playing with these dudes, and it was just fun, man. We were trying to do the was it the farm level, the one where it's nighttime, man, where you have to use the night vision goggles and shit. You go to the tunnels in the beginning.
Oh yeah. That's a fun one. That's hard.
That one's it's possibly the hardest one in the game. I think I've never beat it. Maybe once, but I got like a really bad score on it. So yeah, we were playing that one, and we would keep getting pretty far, and we were like, but every time like something, we would always fuck something up. Like somebody would shoot a civilian right away. The guy around the first corner would always like kill you, or you shot him and he was a civilian. We always fucked something up. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So it was fun restarting that and playing that with those dudes.
It's so easy to do though, because like you're so on edge.
Yeah, all the time.
Like you want because the AI does not give you that chance to respond really. So you're just always like trigger happy. So that's like a couple of times I've played, it's just been like, you hesitate, you die.
Definitely.
Like so you just shoot the civilian if you think any doubt.
Yeah, and sometimes, like I said, the civilian will look like he's running away from you, and all of a sudden they'll turn around and come at you or whatever, or they look like they're surrendering, and as they're surrendering, you see them reach for their waistband and they'll pull out a fucking gun. Like as they're like going down on their knees or whatever, they'll pull out a gun and shoot at you. So. Yeah, that happens every once in a while. But yeah, anyways, Ready or Not, check it out, ladies and gentlemen. It's on Steam exclusive. Ryan and Evan, Steam exclusive.
It sounds too stressful for me.
Oh, it is. It's fucking
it's
stressful
fun.
as shit, but it's fun. Yeah, like you're like, fuck
Yeah,
yeah, I want to do that again.
It's hard to explain. Like, there's not a huge like, oh no, we have to start through and go through all this over again. You almost kind of
No.
want to and be like, oh, we're gonna do it this time. It's gonna be better this time. Kind
Yeah.
of like that.
So is it like co-op online, or is it like?
Yeah, I mean,
it's-
you can play online with friends, so you're playing against the AI, but you can play solo, but the computer will control your squad that's with you, and you can kind of tell them what to do, and I think that kind of breaks up the immersion. If you have other live people to play with, they just kind of know to breach a door and stuff like that. Where if you play without anybody and you play by yourself, you gotta tell the computer to like, check the door or do this or clear a room. But if you're playing with a group of like 4 other people online, they just know, so you just kind of all work together and you just go through it. You don't have to sit there and bark out commands and tell your teammates what to do. But it's never like it's like I guess you could say it's like PvE. It's definitely, they haven't put a PvP mode in it yet. I don't know if they will. I haven't heard anything about it or anything like that, but the AI is so good in this game. They are so quick and so responsive, and you just never know how they're going to react. Like Jesus was saying, they'll start to surrender and practically starting to get on their knees, and then all of a sudden they'll let us turn and pull gun, or
Yeah.
or they'll hold a door shut. Like you try to push open a door, they'll push it back from the other side, or try to flank around you and stuff. They're pretty smart.
Yeah, maybe.
It's something you definitely want to play with friends. I feel like that or
In the
with at least other
beginning.
people online.
Hypothetically, if someone didn't have friends, would they still have?
I mean, I don't know. Maybe that guy should join a gaming community. I don't know, having like horrible gamers or something, and
Yeah, we have a
I'm looking.
group.
maybe he'll find some people to play with. I don't know.
I'm looking for one that doesn't suck.
Okay. No, the game actually, like it said, it's one of those games that's kind of weird. It's kind of like one of those games on PC, in my opinion, that really kind of, even if you're playing by yourself, you're gonna find people to play with. You know what I mean? Because everyone, like I said, uses the mic. Everyone uses mics, and some people are a little weird about like joining your Discord or becoming your friend, quote unquote. Because they're like, oh, bro, I already got my Discord over here, and I don't want to fucking join yours. Like, fuck you. It's like, okay, we're a fucking cool guy over here. Or like one time, I asked this dude if he had Discord, and he's like, oh yeah, I do, but I'm already in chat with my buddies in another Discord. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, how are you playing this game by yourself, and like, they're playing something else completely, and you're talking to them? It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, the community is actually really good about getting together with voice chat and playing with you or whatever. The push to talk isn't too bad, really. I mean, I wish they had open mic. That would be much easier.
Yeah,
Oh,
the audio quality.
Yeah.
Yeah, the audio quality is pretty good in the in game.
Mm-hmm.
It's way better than like Apex. Like.
Oh, definitely. And it has 2 different types of chat. It has local, which is proximity, and it also has like squad chat. So you're like, if you split up from your squad in the match, if you switch over to squad chat, you can hear them on the radio, like from across the map.
Okay. Gotcha.
So that's super helpful in some cases. That game is super immersive as shit. I know it's one of the things they've added recently in the last patch as well. I don't know if Mayo noticed this or not, but pretty much was like if you're separated from your team, you'll actually hear like the guy on the radio telling the people to get down on the ground and shit. You hear him saying like, "Get down on the fucking ground" or whatever. Like, put your hands behind your back, or like you could hear them on the radio. And it's kind of like cool hearing like those call outs being made from the fucking walkie-talkies. It adds a little bit more of immersion to the game. You can also toggle like this head cam thing that pretty much shows the head, like, because everyone's wearing like a camera on their helmet or whatever. So you can see that camera view from their helmet, and on your screen it's kind of like a HUD thing or whatever. So you can kind of It doesn't show you a mini map, but you kind of get a sense of like what room they may be in because of the camera, you know. And then whenever they get injured or they go down, the camera will kind of go like static. So then you got to switch over to the next one or whatever until you're the last one alive, which does happen sometimes.
Yeah.
Anyways, ready or not, cool game. Speaking of voice chat, though, another game that just added voice chat, gentlemen, Battlefield 2042.
I was just putting that in the news.
Oh. Guess what, Mayo? They just added voice chat. Yeah, you're muted, Mayo. You're muted.
Oh yeah, voice chat, huh?
Oh yeah, voice chat, Mayo. Yeah.
Welcome to 2042, right?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know,
that's a good one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways, Battlefield 2042 just got. I know that's what you were waiting for, Evan, to play the game. I know you told me one time, like, you're like, Jesus, I'm not getting this game until it gets voice chat.
Is this the newest one, or is this? I'm
Yeah,
so
it's the
confused
latest
on the numbering.
The latest and greatest.
Yeah, it's the latest Battlefield. Not the greatest, but the latest for sure.
Wait, is there Battlefield 5?
Yeah,
Yes.
It's funny. I've been on the Xbox PC Game Pass. They're like featuring Battlefield 5.
So they went from Battlefield 1, or they went Battlefield 4, and then they went back to 1, and then they went to 5, and then they're at 2042?
Yes.
Yes.
Whack. All right.
Actually, they went Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, Battlefield 5, Battlefield 1.
Oh yeah, I forgot about Hardline.
Now Battlefield 2042. Yeah, that was the order they went in.
Game.
Yeah.
Not bad on the multiplayer, but single player was stupid.
This one doesn't even have a single player, so the multiplayer sucks, and that's like the worst one, I would argue, out of all of them. It's this one. Anyways, the new patch, Mayo, went live the other day. It added voice chat. It it fixed stuff.
What
They
thing
said
did it fix?
it
Is there is there a goal to get back up to 1,000 concurrent players? Is that the goal over here?
they fixed stuff. They added voice chat, guys. Big news here. They say over 400 fixes, Gunny.
So,
Jeez.
one of the things
Right,
I'm
that's a
reading here,
big
Jesus,
number,
now,
400.
is this update out? Because this...
Yes, it's out. I told you. It came out like 8 days ago.
All right, this article I'm reading today talks about a data miner has managed to discover some new images and information relating to...
No. This is news. That's news. What are you doing? Don't read the article.
I thought
That's
you were
news.
reading news.
No, I'm not reading news. I'm reading old news. This is old last week news.
Johnny, that's not the order we do the show in.
I think
Gunny,
after
this is
we
not the order we
recorded,
do this.
or while we were recording, that came out.
The patch came out, last week. And anyways, went live. Over 400 fixes. Some of the fixes they say apply to the weapon attachments. So I feel like the weapon attachments were a little bit tweaked better now that they did the update. I feel like they actually do a little bit more of... They have more of a significance, I guess, in choosing what the attachment you want. Because I don't know if you guys remember Battlefield 2042, one of the bigger features of the game was adding this new, forget what the hell they called it, whatever T system or whatever, like the plus system or whatever the fuck, where you can like attach different attachments to the system, and in game you can change your attachments on the fly. You know, like pull up the thing or whatever, and you can like say, I want to switch from a red dot sight to a fucking ACOG scope, and I want to switch from a long barrel fucking to a suppressor or whatever, you know. So you can switch out your attachments really quickly, really fast, on the fly, in game, in a match, while you're getting shot at, and it works.
And you don't have
So I
to
feel
wait till
like-
you respawn?
That's a good feature.
No, you don't. It's like in the middle of the match, you just press like in the keyboard it's T. On the gamepad, like an Xbox controller, it would be like the shoulder button, and you press that, and it'll bring up your gun. Like it'll show your guy holding his gun up, and then it'll show your attachments that you have selected. To like you have to pre-select so many attachments. I think it's like maybe you can select 3 scopes, three barrel attachments, 3 like magazine attachments, and like 3 different explosives or underbarrels. Like if you have a shotgun underbarrel or if you have an explosive launcher underbarrel thing or whatever. Yeah.
So all the characters are just running around with big ass backpacks.
Kind of, but it doesn't really matter. Like those, it doesn't affect your weight or anything like that in the game. It's just purely
it's on the fly. That's a cool feature.
Being able to switch out your soldiers' gadgets or whatever on the fly. Now you cannot switch out, like say if you have like a rocket launcher, you cannot switch that out on the fly. Like that has to be either one of the specialists has to call in this crate, and this crate drops, and then you can switch out your loadout right there. But even there, you cannot modify the loadout. You can only switch out to another loadout. So if you have a class preset as a medic, and you have another one preset as an engineer, you can switch over to that if you need to. You cannot change out. Like if you have an engineer, but you don't have a rocket launcher equipped, you cannot in that crate modify that rocket launcher. You have to like die, and then when you're dead, you can switch out your ship, but only then. You know what I mean? Anyways, these attachments feel a little bit more balanced now. Now, while playing the game, I did notice a lot of chatter in the chat. Like a lot of people were actually in chat chatting, and most of the people were either like the players that never left Battlefield 2042, that they were there from like the get go. B, new players coming into the game. Or C, players like me who really kind of like Battlefield. They came in the beginning, fell off hard, and now we're trying it because of the new patch. And, you know, a lot of the sentiment in the game was like some people were like, it didn't change nothing. This is bullshit. This is whatever, you know. And some players were actually saying like, you know what, it actually feels a little better now. Like the game actually, the tweaks that they've made to damages and how damage affects people or whatever, and like, just different things they've changed in that term, because they also did that, right? Like they balanced the game and they changed they did fix a lot of bugs, but they also, I believe they said they changed like how like each bullet or each caliber or whatever type of gun you use affects the damage inflicted upon a player, you know, like it actually kind of matters now, you know, using different types of guns or whatever, which it did before apparently, but not as much. Like the differences weren't that huge between like an assault rifle and a submachine gun, you know, like there wasn't a vast difference, where now it kind of is. Now there's way more of a difference while using an assault rifle than using a submachine gun, you know. So yeah, I personally felt the game felt a little bit smoother. I didn't notice any bugs, to be honest, but I know there's some still probably there. I just didn't notice it myself, didn't experience it myself. The game does run a little bit smoother. Other than that, I mean, everything's there. The voice chat is enabled in game from the default, and by default it's push to talk. I forget what button it was, and then you can have it open. And on the consoles, you have, I think, the option just to turn it off and on. So I don't think you can toggle or push to talk on the consoles. I don't know. Maybe you can. I don't fucking know.
No, they usually don't have those types of features on any shooter games that I can think of.
I could think maybe Battlefield would, because they're super like picky about like having all these settings available to you. But I don't know. You know. Other than that, it's there, Mayo. Are you gonna go back to Battlefield, Mayo?
I never picked it up. Remember, I played the demo, the Xbox trial.
Fuck.
I was never sold, so probably not.
What about you, Gunny?
Yeah, I'm going to go back and check it out. I only played like maybe an hour of the demo, of the EA trial. EA Access trial.
Wow.
Yeah, I got more than that in. I think the 10 hours, I put maybe 6 hours in it, but...
Okay. What about you, Evan?
No, I didn't get it.
Wow.
And nice. I didn't play the trial either.
There you go. Try the trial.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
He just said no.
Trial, it's free.
Yeah, you asshole. It's free. God.
Or it's free.
This is the most. Access. This is like the most Call of Duty like Battlefield you ever play. And you're a big Call of Duty fan. I'm surprised you're not all over this.
You know.
Okay, I'll try the trial.
There you go.
I just read an article, Evan. Call of Duty lost 50 million players this year. 50 million. It's time to jump ship.
Oh, yeah, because Vanguard sucked, bro.
Vanguard did suck. I'm with you there, Evan. Vanguard sucked, right?
I wasn't even going to buy it because I mean, I heard how bad Cold War was, and I was like, nah, I'm not gonna buy Vanguard. But then some of my buddies had bought Vanguard for whatever reason, and I was like, all right. So I played it with them for like 2 days, and then they stopped playing it, and I was like,
You
I
drank the
got
juice, didn't
swindled.
you?
I did, yeah. And now it's just like a big eyesore on my desktop, just the icon right there staring back at me. And
Do you play Warzone? I mean, I feel like, I don't know, that's kind of dying out a little bit, but
so I mean,
they're always updating that game.
I'll play occasionally. I'll put it this way: every time I play, I have to do an update, so it's not that frequent that I get on there. But same thing. There's my buddies hop on. They're like, "Hey, we're all on right now. Come on, let's play Warzone." I'm like, okay. I mean, I don't. They have a bunch of different modes now, so it's a little bit. It's not just like the battle royale. Like you're able to. Some of the modes you're able to, respawn. So it's kind of like, I don't know, it's weird. I like those a little bit better.
Me too. Is it Plunder, I think it's called?
No, it's Resurgence is the one.
Okay, I haven't played that.
Yeah, that one's, so you drop in like normal, and they're different maps too. There's like a couple different maps, but like, for Resurgence, you drop in like normal, and then you're just trying to, like, you can, like, you go, like, if you get killed and your squad is still alive, you have to wait, like, 10 seconds or whatever. It'll say, like, survive, like, however many seconds before you can respawn. So it kind of just depends, like, on, like, how many people are still left and, like, and then probably,
You mean your team has to survive that long? I mean, you're not in Gulag, right? Or nothing like that?
No. I forget. I'm not super up to date on all the modes and specifics, but like you might have the Gulag once, but I think in Resurgence you're just waiting to come back. There's like a little respawn timer, and as long as your squad stays alive, then you get to drop back in. So it's like if you have like a few guys down at once, then you just have to be like, oh, dude, you just got to hold on for like 10 more seconds. Like, don't die for 10 seconds.
Cool down, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I mean, it's a little bit better that way, I think. I guess it's just different. So.
Yeah. Word. Anyways. That's Battlefield, so I played some of that, and that was mostly because of the update, and I probably will continue to play it just because I'm kind of back into it, sort of, kind of. I've mostly been playing that breakthrough mode, man, where like you have to defend the two objectives or attack them or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I've been playing because I've noticed that I'm kind of grown away from Conquest, that whole big battle mode where you have different objectives you can capture at any point. Like, I felt like I'm kind of not... Like, I like that mode, but not as much as I used to like it. I don't know what it is. But I like more the objective-based modes where you're, like, rushing a certain attack point, and you have to defend that attack point. You know what I mean?
Well, you've been playing World War III. That's probably why.
You probably got a point there. Like, yeah. I don't know. I feel like there's way more action in those types of modes where, like, the two teams have to attack the same objectives, because everyone is going there, or at least trying to go there. There's always the guy that's going to be camping in the back with the sniper rifle. But, I mean, most people are going to be trying to go and cap the objectives or defend them. So that's kind of a cool thing. Anyways, besides Battlefield and all that, Gunny's right. I've been playing some World War III now. I actually got Brink to play this now, and I got Mayo playing this. And, fuck, man. World War III is a solid fucking game. Like, for a game that's going to be free to play, this game is fucking really, 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 really good. It has no business being as good as it is if it's going to be a free to play game. And I'm being serious. Like, it's that good.
Yeah, it reminds me of Fortnite in a way. They're gonna rely on that battle pass and skins and And you can see it in some of the menus. You know, you have a lot of options for skins, for
Yeah.
gun skins and different stuff like that. So I got a feeling there's going to be a lot of stuff in battle passes for us to buy. That's where they'll get their money.
And I think it'll be good to grow this way because I think there'll be enough of those hobo noobs out there for you to feast on, for people that are really into this game,
Yeah,
And
like the new players.
Yeah.
Fucking the Christmas noobs.
Yes. The
The
Thanksgiving
Christmas noob.
Christmas noobs? The holiday noobs. There we go.
It's the Christmas noobs, the ones with the new consoles on Christmas or the new Call of Duty. And you're like, yeah, motherfucker, I want to fuck you up, level 1. Evan knows what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Oh, man. But yeah, World War III, an amazing game. Let me tell you something. I'm not a huge fan of like team deathmatch in a game like Battlefield or whatever. Like you can ask Brink. Like Brink loves that team deathmatch shit on Battlefield. I fucking hate it. I'm like, dude, I don't want to play team deathmatch. He's like, come on, Jesus, let's play team deathmatch, man. I'm like, no, dude, like I'm not doing that. I'll do Conquest, I'll do Rush, I'll do whatever other fucking mode. I don't want to play team deathmatch. It's just too random for me. It's not like Call of Duty and Battlefield, man. In Battlefield, you just spawn wherever. You don't spawn on a certain side of the map and run to the other side. Like, no, there's no spawn points. The spawn points are like everywhere on the map, and you can spawn literally behind someone and just kill them, or you can spawn in front of someone and they just kill you when you spawn. That's how Team Deathmatch works and not in Call of Duty, but in Battlefield. Anyways, the Team Deathmatch in World War III, I was gonna say ready or not. Team Deathmatch in World War III is fucking solid, dude. Like it's like Call of Duty. You got the two sides on the map, and the spawns will flip or whatever. If the teams push too much to a certain side, the spawns will flip. And I think one of the coolest aspects of it is that the matches are not long at all. So instead of being 10 minutes long like a Call of Duty match, the matches are only 5 minutes long. And instead of being like 100 kills or whatever the Call of Duty matches are, like 75 kills or whatever,
75.
These matches are only 50 kills. And what's kind of cool is, yes, they're 5-minute rounds, but there's 2 rounds per match, or sometimes 3 rounds per match.
Yeah, it's the best out of 3.
Yeah, it's best out of 3. So if you win the first 2, then you're good. But sometimes, each side will win 1, and then you go to the tiebreaker, at third match. And the maps are well done for a team deathmatch. They're the same maps that you play in the other mode, the tactical. This thing is called Tactical Ops. That mode is like Conquest, where you have a bigger map with like different areas, and you have to capture the 2 objectives and link them, and then go grab the other 2 and link them, and then you gotta raise so many points and win or whatever. So these maps are like little maps inside that big map. That's how they like. It's like Battlefield Team Deathmatch, where they use their same maps. They just have a smaller section of it. But it's well done, dude. This game is really well done. Now, like Mayo was saying, I'm kind of curious to see what they do with the free-to-play aspect of it and how the unlocks are gonna work. Because right now I'm level. What am I, man? Like maybe level 20, if that, dude.
You were like
9.
16 or 17 when we played together the other day. That was, half a week ago, maybe?
And I feel like I'm not ranking up like really fast. Like the ranking up in this game doesn't like occur like Call of Duty. You're not gonna be level 20 in 5 matches. You're just not. Like you're gonna be level 20 after a long time playing this game. Like I've been playing it for a while, and granted, I don't play it every day. I don't play it as often as I would play Call of Duty or Battlefield, but I do play it, for like 3 hours at a time or 2 hours at a time. And when I do play it, I don't feel like the ranking up is as fast as any of those other games, man.
Yeah, I agree.
And the unlocks are really based on your rank. Like fucking for like the M4 rifle, you will not get like a sight for it until like that rifle is level 3 or whatever. Like, so they have your personal rank, and they have a weapon rank as well. So each weapon itself has its own rank, and that includes pistols, that includes rifles, that includes each weapon just has its own rank. Like even rocket launchers have a rank. Everything has a rank, and you unlock attachments based on the ranks, and you unlock different types of, I guess I would say, equipment. The higher level you get as well, like personal rank or whatever, that unlocks kill streaks that you can call in, kind of like Homefront. I don't know if you guys remember the Homefront multiplayer where you would raise these battle points, and even if you died, the battle points wouldn't reset. It was just be like, to call in a tank, you need like 4,000 battle points. So pretty much you would like either have to be really good, but if you kept dying, you may be able to call in a tank at the end of the match almost. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you don't
get
got
at
to be
least
that
one.
good. Yeah, you get at least one cool kill streak or whatever. And like in this game, it's just like Homefront once again, where you get battle points or these points to call in these kill streaks, based on either like doing anything. You don't even have to kill people, Gunny. You could just run around like as a medic and throw health packs for people.
And then
like,
even
That's me in
capturing objectives as well.
capturing
Like,
objectives.
just helping your team.
Yeah, or even like blowing up a UAV in the sky. Like even doing something like that will definitely give you points, and all the kill streaks, I feel like everything is killable. Like I've never ran into like a tank that's unkillable. Like yes, Mayo and I have been pinned down by tanks before, and we can't get around an objective, and we're like tanks aren't like really OP, but if they're in a good spot, they can definitely be OP. Like they can pin down, I want to say, a group of like 10 people even.
Yeah, you get suppressed easy.
Yeah, if you don't have any anti-tank people in your crew, you have to almost wait till you die and respawn.
Yeah.
And have somebody come back and take them out. Because
go around them.
Yeah. It's difficult, man. But, yeah. So, World War III, been playing a little bit of that. That game is fucking really, really, really good. I still don't know when they're going to go free to play, right?
I have not heard anything either.
Anyways, besides free to play and all that, what else did I play this week? Play a little bit more Chivalry 2. That's that sword game or whatever, almost like Mordhau, where you're like a knight or whatever, and you. Like the other day, I noticed some really funny shit, man. Like I was playing, that game has dismemberment where, like, if somebody will swing a sword at your leg, they will cut off your leg if you don't have any leg armor. Or, like, sometimes they'll cut off your head or your arm, because whatever. But I noticed the other day, like, if somebody's head gets cut off, you can pick that person's head up and use it as a weapon.
Wow.
Oh, nice.
So you're gonna run around with, like, somebody's fucking head and throw it at somebody, or punch somebody in the, like, you can hit somebody with the head, or you can throw it at them. It's fucking hilarious. I was, like, picking up body parts, because I don't know what happened near that area, but, like, maybe a catapult dropped there or something, but there's just a lot of body parts everywhere. I'm like, what the fuck's up with
Jeffrey
these?
Dahmer was playing?
Dude, I guess, man. Yeah, like somebody was over there just cutting bodies up and shit. Anyways, I was just picking up body parts and throwing them at the fucking enemy. And it does do damage. Like, yes, they will take damage from, like, getting hit in the head by a fucking body part. It's fucking hilarious.
Just slapping people in the face with some arms.
Yeah, that game is really fun, though, man. Like, I really wish more people that I actually knew that game actually had that game, because that game is really fun. Like, if you get into it, like I do sometimes, like, you feel like a total badass just fucking people up, dude. Like, you could just literally by yourself take out like 10 dudes. If you get like on a roll, where you're just focused and shit, it's just you're parrying people, you're like fucking using your shield to block the people trying to swing from behind you, and you're doing all kinds of cool shit, fighting all these people at once. It's almost like a fucking what's that movie, man? Think of like a cool movie like that. It's almost like motherfucking Braveheart or fucking 300.
Patriot.
300 for Evan.
That
Yeah,
had
Evan
guns,
don't know what
but
that
still.
is.
It's swords.
Yeah, you're like a badass Spartan out there just fucking people up, by yourself and shit. Just like, fuck yeah. Or like you could use like and then they got different weapons as well. They got spears. They got like just different shit, and even they got like a backup weapon. You can even have like a dagger with you or whatever, So it's a really cool game. I really like Chivalry. It's just I really don't know what the player count is in that game, but I've never seemed to not find a match. Like I've always, every time I go to Quick Play or whatever, like it finds a match for me. So it's kind of interesting, you know what I mean, Mel? Like I don't know really what the player count is on that.
It doesn't show you anywhere on the screen?
No, no. The player matches could be either 60 players or 40 players. I just mean, like, what's the player count in terms of like how many people are playing it daily or whatever, you know?
Yeah, the
Um,
concurrent players.
yeah.
Because this game is not even on Steam yet, dude.
Is it still on Epic?
It's an Epic exclusive still.
Yeah,
like
because
I thought
still
it was.
get the emails for playtest betas.
What? That's weird that it's not on.
Every 2 weeks,
Steam
I'll
yet.
get a playtest beta invite.
What the fuck? That's so weird. Why do you think it's taking so long to come to Steam, Mayo?
No,
That's weird because
They-
like Gunny was saying, Epic could probably be an Epic thing, but
it is. It's definitely an Epic thing. They do that with. I don't know if it's 2K games. No, not 2K, but they do it with all the Borderlands games, Tiny Tina's Wonderland.
That's so weird.
Yeah, that's what they.
You know, and people would assume that, like, this game released in 2021 in June, and they're saying that everyone thought that the game would release on Steam a year later because it would be a 12-month exclusive, but it's been 2 years almost, and the game's not out yet on Steam, you know, so that's really bizarre.
you say it came out in 21 or 20?
21.
That was last year, right? Last June then?
Was it last June? Yeah, okay, then it was last June. Then it's going to come out this year, maybe.
Yeah, so maybe hopefully this June.
Yeah.
Because I think isn't the first one on Steam?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I wouldn't see why the
Well-
second one wouldn't be then.
Yeah, the first one was, but the first one is old, man. The first one came out like back when Epic wasn't even like a store thing. It
Yeah, I remember having it.
2011
however.
or something. 2012. That's when it came out. But yeah. Anyways, playing that game made me re-download Mordhau. I just haven't launched it yet, but I did re-download it. Maybe I'll play a little bit of that. Who knows? Besides that, Gunny, I'm almost done. Jeez.
At least you're playing some
Jesus.
good games out here.
Fucking Jesus over here playing all the fucking games. Evan's over there like, what the fuck, Jesus? You never play nothing. The time I come on, you got like 50 games to list. I've been playing some, what's that game on Xbox? Frostpunk. On my Xbox, man.
Uh-huh. How you
it's
liking it on
also-
the Xbox?
Jesus, it's also on the PC Game Pass as well.
It is. And I have it on Steam. Like, I actually have the entire game
Yeah,
on
I have,
Steam.
I have it on both as well.
Whereas if I
think
don't know if I download it on the Xbox app on the PC, I don't think it will let me access my DLC from Steam. Maybe it would. I don't know, but
No, it's completely separate.
yeah, I don't want to buy all that again. Like, I already have all the DLC and shit. So on the PC at least. Via the Xbox though, I am playing it through the magic of the cloud. Oh,
The old cloud
Yeah.
gaming.
that's right, motherfucker, you. I'm playing through the cloud. It's really actually pretty good, man. Like, in the beginning, during the cutscenes, and during like little cutscenes because you know there's a little bit of cutscenes throughout the story or whatever, nothing major. But when there is a cutscene, I do notice like a little bit of artifacting on the screen. Now, that could be. I'm assuming that's just because of the rendering, or like it's just not doing it fast enough, or something. Where there's a lot of artifacting. You know, a lot of little squares on the screen, you know,
Yeah.
little squares, you know, you could see the little squares around like the characters or around the automaton or whatever. Because, you know, one of the cutscenes you get is when you get the automaton and you send it back to your city and it arrives and it's walking over the top of the cliff or whatever and all the people are looking up at it. Like that big spider looking robot thing. Like during that cutscene, I noticed a lot of artifacting. And I was like, like what's going on here? You know, like why is it doing this? And I was like, man, it's probably not the game itself on the Xbox. It's probably just the cloud streaming. I'm pretty sure if I downloaded the game on the Xbox, I would probably have a clean cutscene, you know, where it would just look normal, you know.
Yeah, because it's probably changing too. You know, where it's it's supposed to be 60 FPS or, but maybe with the
Whatever,
cloud,
yeah.
it's
So why are you playing it on the cloud versus actually
Downloading it?
downloading?
I'm just being lazy. You know, like one of the things that I do when I game on my Xbox, really, Evan, is the way I'm gaming on my Series S. And now, this could probably most likely have to do with the fact that it has limited memory or whatever. Like, it has so much storage, you know. Like, I only have like 300 gigs to play with or 200 gigs to play with. That could be the reason that I'm doing this subconsciously, but I'm also doing it because I like to get on there. I launch my Xbox. I pretty much don't even go to my game library. I go to like Game Pass right away, launch Game Pass, and right away I just have an access to like a library of games, you know, that are able to play from the cloud. You know, like I click on the cloud gaming and it's just like, boom, dude, here's like a list of 50 games. Pick one. Like, which one you want to play right now? Go ahead, choose anything. Like, we don't give a fuck. And that's kind of a cool thing, you know, like, because like I said, you know, before Frostpunk, I was playing City Skylines, and the same thing. I was playing through the cloud, and all my saves were synced up from like years ago, like Mayo, like from like 2017 or whatever, 2018. I had saves synced up from then to the cloud, you know. So it all just works.
Is your Series S hardwired, or are you using Wi-Fi?
No, actually, I am using Wi-Fi.
What the fuck?
Yeah, the cloud gaming is working. Like it. You guys may think I'm full of shit, and it could be that I have really good internet. Because I'm not gonna lie, my internet is really good. It is, I would say, is better than the average user would have. Now, I'm assuming that most of our listeners, and probably you, Evan, have better than most of what the average user would have. Because I would argue, right, Gunny and Mayo, that any other boomers out there that you may know that are non-gamers or whatever, they're men. They watch football and drink beer on Sunday. They don't play them sissy games. All right, those guys.
Those are for kids.
Yeah, and them little boy playing them Fortnite. What you gonna do, boy? You gonna dance? You gonna dance like them Fortnite dancers? Anyways, those guys, right? Those guys are fucking. They probably don't give a fuck. They probably have like what, 25 men. You know what I mean? Like, I think
the standard around here, like I see like regular TV commercials and everything, like the general public, I would say probably have around 100 meg down or 200 meg. Where, you know, we can get all the way down to, you know, up to a gig down, you know, but it seems like most of your standard packages they advertise around here are 1 to 200 meg. So,
what about you?
All right.
Yeah, I forgot what it was. Do you remember what it was, Mayo, when I did the test?
I thought you were like 500 meg or something like that, or 500 or 700.
In my opinion, that's good internet. In my opinion, anything lower than that.
Well, if you remember,
not that
I
good.
got the new router. They updated everything. They put in a new cable.
The neighbors weren't stealing it anymore.
Yeah, the neighbors. The fucking AT&T guy came over and took my Comcast and gave it to the neighbor.
That's the way to do it.
Jerk. No, it's all. I mean, it's all up and running really good. It's been fast. You know, besides when what's the name of that company that does the fiber? You know, they come out and do updates. But no, other than that, it's been really good. Like, no complaints. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but and what I'm saying though, you know, you have 500 down, but what does the average person around you have? What is like your neighbor that doesn't game? What the fuck do they have? They probably have like what, 100 down, maybe 50 down.
No, I think we're probably all on the same thing. I think because everybody. You know how Comcast did it where they just said, all right, unlimited is this much, $50 or whatever it is, $50 a month. So everybody probably went with the same thing, but I doubt they're using all of that, you know? You are using it for gaming.
Yeah, I guess. But yeah, I'm using it to the cloud. And it's working. Cloud gaming works, guys.
I would say too, it probably works well.
I haven't tried it since
and
updating. Upgrading.
Do you have a data cap, Jesus? Because that'd probably be the thing that could hurt. You know,
no, I don't.
I don't have a data cap as well, but if you do have a data cap, and then
that could fuck you up. Yeah.
Yeah, because that could be a lot of data you're using. You know,
I don't know.
It'll be more than streaming a movie.
What I should do is because I could track my data usage. What I should do is I should just monitor how much data that console is using. And launch cloud gaming and see how much it spikes, you know, and how much data it's using when it's on in cloud gaming. Because you're probably right. Because what was Stadia's usage? There was somebody I think Stadia was able to actually calculate how much you were using in terms of data.
remember
and they
right,
said
wasn't
it was pretty high. I remember they're like, yeah, for like 1 hour of gaming, you were streaming like a bunch of gigs.
Jesus,
a lot.
You remember? I think it was a
way more
couple
than
years
10.
ago. It might have been before the health crisis, a little bit before. But remember when Comcast came out and said, "Hey, look, check this out. So this is what we're doing. We're whatever it was. I think it was $38 a month, or you can get this unlimited thing for $49 a month." Right? Remember they kind of changed their service, and I think that's when we both went unlimited at that time.
No, I just called him and I was fucking cussing him. Oh, you motherfuckers!
Yeah.
And they're like, oh, we have an unlimited package we can offer you. We don't really offer it to people, but we have it. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? You could have
course
told me
they do,
this,
right?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
So they rather charge you the $300 extra a month they could charge you instead of charging you the extra $50.
It was very, well, it was like kind of like, oh, by the way, definitely. But I saw it; it actually popped up on my screen, my computer screen. I was like, what the
that's
hell?
weird.
It was a
Here you
weird
go,
thing where it's
Jesus.
like, hey, look, you're gonna go over your data.
Here's
So
your
what's this about?
Stadia usage. Okay, so if you're streaming at 720p on Stadia, you're using 4.5 gigabyte per hour.
Damn.
If you stream 1080p, you're using 12.6 gigabyte per hour. And if you're streaming in 4K with the Stadia Pro, you're using up to 20 gigabyte per hour.
Damn.
So say most people would be streaming at 12.6, right?
Yeah, I would say
And
the
say you're
1080p
streaming-
would be 12.6 per hour.
Say you're doing that for, we'll say 2 hours. And then you do that 7 days a week. So just in gaming at that, and just 2 hours a day, which most people don't do that. They do more sometimes.
You're looking at about 300
You would be
some hours?
using,
Or 300 some gig?
you would be using 700 gigs a month.
Oh, well.
Damn.
That's most data caps are I think it's 1,000 gigs, right? So
Yeah.
1 terabyte of data. So you would use just 700 gigabytes or gigs or whatever just on your fucking gaming for 2 hours a day, 7 days a week. Now that's not counting like your cell phone using whatever Wi-Fi it's
Your
using if it's
Netflix
connected.
or
Your Netflix, which is also taking up a bit of data if you're streaming in 4K, all that other shit. And this is not gaming in 4K. This is gaming in 1080p, at 2 hours a day. So you could actually be gaming in 4K and be using well over your data cap at the end of the month. You know what I mean? You would be way up there, dude. So yeah, that's insane. So like you're right, guys. Like cloud gaming is cool, and I guess I never considered the data cap or whatever, Mayo. Like for me, it was just like it works, but I don't have to worry about a data cap. I guess I took that for granted, because now I'm thinking
and I do as well.
fuck, like if I had a data cap right now, I'd be screwed. You're fucking streaming Frostpunk or whatever, and the shit's probably using up all my data, Gunny.
Yeah, probably.
God.
But I guess the good thing about it is it's not like a mobile phone package where you get throttled. Like
Oh, yeah.
never have to worry about that.
Oh, well, that's not
I
yet.
haven't heard of anybody getting throttled
Not
from any
yet.
internet service, but
Right, yeah.
I think the one that I have at my other house,
Yeah.
up in the mountain house, I'll call it. Yeah, I think we will get throttled. It even says that hey,
Wow.
if you go over this amount, yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
just
fucked up.
and I've tried doing cloud gaming up there, and it doesn't quite work. It does get the pixelated squares.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say barely playable.
Wow. But yeah, that's all I really played this week. And that's an hour of me talking about it. Wow. Wow. God damn.
Ooh.
Okay.
Well, I haven't been playing a ton. I can kind of shorten mine up a little bit. And, I can balance it out with Jesus here. We'll cut his down to a half hour. We'll just add it to mine or something. I don't know. But no, Jesus, we actually did play some games together this week. We did play a little bit of Fortnite together.
Oh yeah,
So we did
Fortnite.
mess around. We wanted to jump in on the no building Fortnite.
We did.
We were kind of looking for something to play. We were playing some World War III for a little while,
We were.
and I can't remember why we decided to jump off. But we're like,
I think the that one bug happened where it kicked us off to like the main screen.
that's right. We got kicked from the server.
Yeah, it was fetching the servers or something. That
Instead
happens
of
every so
waiting.
often. Yeah.
Yeah, instead of waiting, we were trying to figure out what we were going to play. And since my son was here, he plays a lot of Fortnite on my PC when he's here. And Jesus asked him what I had installed. I'm like, well, I have Fortnite installed. I said, we could mess around with that a little bit, So we did jump in, and we were both level 1, I think.
Yeah.
And then Jesus and I paired up, and then my son was at his mom's. I decided to message him and have him join us, come in and give us a nice little hard carry.
Yeah.
But I mean, I felt like it was very easy. Like the matchmaking really gave us pretty easy opponents. Probably because we were so new.
I think it was because we were new, but at the same time, like your son is really good.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, he's good at the game in general.
No bullshit. Like guys, we were like playing, guys, right? Check it out, Evan. We were playing, dude. And it's like walking through like a war zone with John Wick as like your fucking
Pretty much.
like you know what I mean? Like this motherfucker, he's over here spotting people like 600 meters away and shit. Like, guys, you see that guy over there? He's fucking like. Half the time I was like looting shit. I look up and I hear gunshots going off, and it was usually Mayo's son somewhere across the map. Fighting the whole squad.
Killing the whole squad by himself.
And he's over there fighting the whole squad, and he just fucking, I knocked him. Oh, they're down. Okay, guys. I'll be back.
You guys were like, where?
Shield.
And then, sure enough, it was like literally, it was kind of like, wow, like is this even fun right now? Like, what? We need him in Ready or Not, dude. He could just walk us through the map.
Right?
He's got all purples. You guys are still rocking green guns.
It was kind of interesting having the vehicles and stuff. Like he was showing us like the party bus. You can drive the party bus, and it has like machine guns on top. And and then one time you jumped in a semi truck, and then I jumped one, and we were like a little convoy running around. we were driving our plate. But it was fun. We got what 4 or 5 wins, and maybe
Easy,
6 games. There's only like one game we didn't win.
Though I think that one game, I think because man, we got in there with fucking John Wick. We're getting carried like left and right, so we're always winning. Literally, Gunny. Like it's like we're not like, dude. We were at Victory Royale. The match was going so good for us that I wasn't even aware we were like the last team alive.
Yeah, there'd be like
I'm just running around with these guys.
We just run into them.
Yeah, like randomly run into them. We weren't even like trying to find them. We were just like randomly run into them. Okay, boom, fight them, kill them. Oh, we won. Wow.
Yay. Yeah, start another one up.
We won. Oh, wow, we won, guys. It was like no excitement, man. Your kid
now you guys
really
need to get into building mode, okay?
He really carried us.
He does. I mean, I've watched him play like really higher competitive lobbies, where he gets in with the ninjas and those guys, and he's got like that kind of his main account. Like he will pull in pretty hard lobbies. I've seen him drop Evan, 20 kills in a round. This
guy is so good, Evan. He had to make a new account to play with us because he knew we sucked that much.
He wasn't going to mess with his account.
He's like, bro, I can't mess up my KD carrying you guys. I'm gonna have to make a new account to play with you.
Damn.
Like, yeah, bro. Yeah, he's that elite. Okay, he's that.
I do know the last time he played, he'd stepped back from a little while, and he was playing with one of his buddies. He was telling me he had a KD of like a 9.
Oh shit!
So, I mean, that's in a higher, higher matchmaking MMR.
Yeah, his son is a fucking. Yeah, he plays a lot of PC. Probably tell.
Yeah. He's pretty good at shooters in general.
He's really good.
I know when he played Apex, he joined us for Apex, and he became better than me in like a week. He made it up last platinum, and we couldn't even play together anymore in ranked because he was 2 ranks higher than I was already, and so we couldn't play together anymore. So he had to make a Smurf account for that after like 2 weeks.
Wow. So yeah, we did play Fortnite. I completely forgot we played Fortnite, but yeah, we played Fortnite.
I mean, it was a good time. The shooting is pretty solid. You know, with the no building, it's kind of different. It feels kind of weird having a pickaxe when there's no building. You know, you can grab materials, you can still break through walls or shoot down buildings or whatever. And there's so many just weird things in that game. You know, like it has the cannons that are kind of mounted at random places. There's like these floating and like hot air balloon areas you can land in. There's your regular towns, but just so many weird things in that game. I remember my son handed me a fish, and he's like, "Here, eat this," and you eat it, and it makes the whole level translucent looking for a while, so you can see enemies easier.
Huh.
Which is kind of cool. It's like just the weirdest thing, It's like, here, eat a fish. It's like a puffer fish. But yeah, I mean, it was entertaining enough. He's been playing, and it kind of got me wanting to do it too. Is been watching NBA playoffs here, and he's been playing a lot of 2K, and it kind of has me wanting to plan to go back and play that. I might play that some this week, but been watching a lot of that 2K when he's here at the house. Jesus, I got bored the other day, and I felt like this sit back and chill kind of game. I'm still not like, oh, there's nothing I really want to play. There's nothing really jumping out at me right now. And so I ended up firing up an old one, Jesus. I ended up firing up House Flipper.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, I haven't played House Flipper for a long time. And this is kind of such a chill game, So I actually I fired it up and wanted me to continue. And I'm like, no, I'm just going to start fresh again. So I started fresh, and I did a bunch of chores and stuff, and I got all the things. And I've seen this on stream, and it kind of made me want to think I'm wanting to do maybe something. Did you buy this game, or did you just play it off my account?
Oh, I have it.
Okay, you have it. I've seen some streams where they actually do contests where, like, say, like you and I would buy the same house and see who can make the better house, and then people would rate it for the dollar. I don't know if you've ever seen them do it on the streams or not, but I mean, it's just kind of like such a chill game, It's like you're knocking down walls and
that
you're
game is so good. That game is fucking so good.
I'm going through and I bought DLC. I bought like the garden, I guess like garden flipper or whatever it was, where you can do the outside stuff. And all of a sudden I see like I have more DLC, and I'm like, I didn't buy any more DLC. What the heck? Here they made a Cyberpunk 2077 DLC. I think it's just called Cyberpunk Flipper or something like that. And it's just automatically. I bet if you look in your library, Jesus, it's in your library. It was just automatically in my library. I never bought it. And you have like these rooms in your house. It's like arcades. Like it's like modern day. It's like all dark. Like almost like you picture like a gamer setup. There's like a gaming chair, and there could be like an arcade cabinet, and just a bunch of neon lighting and RGB and stuff, and you can put that in your places now. But yeah, it was just on my Steam account. I'm like, I never bought this.
Nice.
So
that's cool, man.
I didn't do any of the missions on it because I didn't think I had owned it. And then when I turned the game off and I looked at my library, it showed it was in my library. I'm like, holy cow. So evidently just by owning Cyberpunk on Steam, they just gave it to us, I guess, is my guess.
That's pretty cool.
So yeah, it was a neat little addition.
You're right about that game, man. It's like so chill. You're painting walls.
And I don't know what it is about it. It sounds so boring. You're like,
you're fixing the wall sockets,
But you can just do whatever you want, Evan. Like you can
clean you can buy a crack house, Evan, okay? And you could just pick up the trash, like all the trash in the rooms, and then just sell it like that.
Hey, is this the game that I thought Gunny was talking about, but he actually did buy a house?
Yeah, I think so. Remember when he was showing remodeling his house, and then
yeah. I think you guys must have been talking about it one week, and then Gunny had actually bought his house around that time, and I was like, wow, this sounds like super realistic.
Gunny's like, yeah, man, and I bought a house.
It was.
It cost me $500,000. And like Evan's like, wow, this game is taking his money too.
Yeah.
Wow. Evan just celebrated 420. He's sitting there like, wow, man, like Gunny spent what? Gunny moved to the hills to play this game? What's going on right now?
Yeah.
Oh shit. No, like, it's so chill, man. Like I think it scratches that itch, man, inside everyone that like everyone has something, right, that you like to watch. Like I don't know if you've seen YouTube videos or like whatever videos, even like Facebook, Instagram has them, where people are doing like random shit where like they're either like they'll have like a press, like a giant press, you know, like a drill press, like a huge machine, and they'll have like a fucking teddy bear and they'll crush it. And then they'll crush like a fucking soda can or like a brick or a fucking bar of soap or like a computer or a phone, or they just crush different shit, you know, or like I don't know if you remember there was a YouTube channel back in the day called Will It Blend or something like
Blend?
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they would just push it in a fucking blender mayo and blend it. Whatever. It could be anything, you know, a fucking fork or anything. They blend it. And I think this scratches that itch. You know, like everyone has something that they're willing to watch without really realizing you're sitting there watching it for so long, you know?
Mhm.
And you're just watching it and watching it and watching it, and you're like, whoa, like almost like what TikTok does, but everyone has an itch. And I feel like this game does a really good job of scratching that itch for me somehow.
Yeah, I
I
think-
don't know.
I put a couple hours in it and didn't even realize it, like you were saying. Okay, next thing I know, I'm just going, oh, this would be kind of neat, and like tearing down a wall. And I'm like, okay, I want to open it up. Well, I want to put this kind of ceramic tile on the floor, you know?
Yeah.
And I'm like, you pull up a tablet and you're looking at all the different tile. And you're like, oh, it's like going to Home Depot.
And
You're
then
like,
you're trying to not go over your budget. You're like, okay, I want to make money on this house. So
right, I just bought
spend
this house
much.
for $80,000. I don't want to spend much more. And then it gives you little people on the side. They're saying, I want a house with a hot tub, or I want a house with a sun, you know.
Yeah. I
this
want
or
a
that.
house that has a big window in the front living room.
And so you're like,
then,
oh, fuck it. I'm just going to put a big hole in
Fuck
the
it.
wall and put a window in
You can
there.
make a big window right here. Yeah. We're going to give them what they want, Evan. Yeah.
See, I'd be over there.
Motherfucking-
I'd be over there like, you want that house in Compton with bullet holes in it? Yeah, take
And-
that.
Yeah.
I don't know how much this
$1
game has
million.
updated, Jesus,
Woo.
but one of the missions I did earlier, it was like just clean this house. You know, like how the cleaning is, like you have like there's like cobwebs and dirt on the floor and on the walls.
Yeah,
and
like the windows are dusty. You got to spray them, and then you got to squeeze
so I'm like,
them.
and it was a college student house. I'm like, okay, I'll go clean it, right? So you go there, and there's like bottles everywhere, and a lot of the trash is like you just click on one item and it just like all of it would disappear kind of in a group. With this, you had to click on each individual bottle, and they're just all across the counters, on the floor. It's everywhere. But this place had like 10 rooms in it. It was huge, and every room was just completely trashed and destroyed. I mean, it was like chairs were flipped over, and the floors were dirty, and there's beer bottles everywhere. And you you have to go through this whole entire place and like pick up the chairs and move them right and clean, and it was crazy. I was like, this ended up being way more work than I thought it would be. But
Yeah, and the game is really good. It's so good. Buy House Flipper, Evan. You'll like it.
Okay.
I think it's $25 on Steam. You might be able to find it like somewhere else cheaper though.
yeah, the CD keys or something like
probably
that,
CD
maybe.
keys.
Let me look it up.
But it is kind of crazy addictive.
Yeah,
It's
look
really
on CD
weird.
keys. I found it for like $9 or something.
Oh, house.
Make sure it's North American region.
This one says region worldwide.
Okay, yeah, that's a good buy. I like to buy those.
Yeah,
Those codes always work.
they do, and even if they don't, they'll just refund you. But buy with PayPal, you'll get your refund.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What a trip.
But it is a surprisingly addictive game. Like, if you've never played it, yeah, definitely give it a shot because it sounds weird, but it is. It's good. Then, Jesus, I've been doing a lot of car stuff the last 2 weeks. Been doing a couple car shows, car meets, and stuff like that. It got me back in the mood to play in Forza, so I re-downloaded Forza 5, jumped back in that game for a little while. It's still typical Forza. Jumped in, bought a bunch of cars, played around with that for a while, unlocked some more races. There's a couple of events, and I like doing the street races in that game. I don't really care for the off-road stuff as well. And so I pretty much just been hunting those down and doing those, but I had ran out of them for a while, and I must have inadvertently found where I needed to unlock more. So now my map is covered in these street races, so it's kind of got me going back into it and playing those. I just got done beating like a Goliath one. It took like almost 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
Wow. Yeah, those are cool. I like those street
Oh,
race
those are ones-
Goliaths. They're long,
Yeah.
but man, if you
Yeah, they're across the map almost.
Yeah, I think it just went on the outside edge of the map, I think.
Yeah.
But that game I just forgot how good it looks too. Like that game does such a good job of the interior of the cars and making them cars look good and just the environments.
Dude. On
When
PC,
it's kind of
that game
rainy.
was incredible.
Yeah, I was playing it on my PC actually on my 240 hertz screen. So I was playing at a higher res and the game was running on ultra. And it just looks and plays really smooth. Like, earlier when the game first came out, I had some complaints about it. Like I had some hiccups, but they seem to have gotten all that ironed out, and the game is really smooth now. So, but I'm thinking there was something else I played. I guess I did play some Ready or Not a little bit by myself. I just kind of messing around with it, just trying to learn the maps a little bit. But it was pretty short lived, and then I just jumped on and went back to World War III and tried leveling that up. And I messaged you and Gunny about evidently I was on the public test
Oh yeah.
server or something, and I didn't even realize it. Like, I guess maybe when I downloaded it, I had already been a member of the public test on the game. So when I bought it, it made a separate game in my Steam library. So when I downloaded it, I downloaded just the public test one automatically, thinking that was the new one I bought, and then the new one is actually right above it. So here, this whole time I was playing like the public test one, which I didn't really notice the big difference. Everything carried over. Like,
There wasn't a
uninstalled
difference,
the
I
game.
don't think, Mel, because the whole time you've been playing with me, we've been playing the regular version.
Yeah, and so when I jumped in, it goes to that launcher. When I launched that launcher, it actually had me re-download the whole game. I'm like, what the hell?
Yeah.
So then I had like 2 copies on there, so I uninstalled the other one.
I'm assuming I'm
game?
gonna assume the playtest has like some hidden shit.
Maybe, yeah.
Some beta shit.
Or limits me from stuff, because maybe that's why I was having a hard time at first customizing some of the guns. Because remember I was saying like, oh, I can't figure out how to get this to customize or this to unlock. I couldn't figure out what was going on. But when I jumped in the other one right away, it carried over all my friends list. It carried over my rank and all that. And then like shortly after that, a couple games in was when I figured out how to customize more of the gun. So maybe that even had something to do with it. I don't know. But messing around with that a little bit. So, but yeah, like you said, it's a pretty good game. That's probably the most fun I've had probably this week in a game. It was playing through that because it's. It does. It itches it scratches that Battlefield itch. It's better than Battlefield. I mean, in all honesty, it's probably gonna be free to play here pretty soon. It should be.
I hope so.
They said it is, but we just don't know when.
I think it's gonna be so fucking good. Like, I'm probably gonna buy the battle pass when it first goes. The truth is, they'll probably just give us the battle pass for the first because we're
being
we
early.
bought it, whatever.
Yeah.
But I look forward to playing the shit out of that. The kill streaks are really fun too. Like one of them is like a stupid little helicopter drone you fly around, Gunny, and you can shoot people with it. Or another one is like a fucking tank you can drive around with like a remote control. So you like hide somewhere, you spawn this fucking thing in. There's like a little baby tank, and you drive it around and just shoot people with it.
Nice. Yeah.
Till it blows up. It has no timer. Like the fucker, you could drive it for the whole match. You know what I mean? Like you could literally like drive it back to base and like park it in like the repair. Like there's like a repair station you park in, and like I think friendlies can repair you. Like if they pull out their repair tools, people can repair you. But if no one repairs you, which some people sometimes don't, you just drive it back to your base and park it for like 10 seconds or whatever. And then it'll heal up all the way. Then you just drive back out there and keep fucking people up. Like one match, I was in the tank for like 10 minutes, dude. Like fucking, I was in the tank forever. One match, man. I was just like, no, I'm never dying, dude. Like it's just fucking killing everybody.
But then there's other times. I remember one time I was in that tank with you and we died really quick. Remember?
Like right away. Like
we were like full
like so
health,
fast. Yeah,
and it was just instant. We blew up, and we didn't know what had happened.
I think we hit a mine and somebody shot us or something on RPG.
Jesus thought we got hit with like what was it, like the air raid or whatever it is, the airstrike,
an airstrike. Yeah, it was
and a tank at the same time or something, because we like just instantly blew up.
Like we didn't even stand it. We didn't even like get a shot off. That's how fast it was. We were just like coming around the corner, boom. Okay, we're fucking dead. It was like the Russians invading Ukraine. You know, like, they just like get fucked up like right away, bro. It just didn't even have a chance. Anyways,
nice.
What else? What else? What is it?
I think that's it. We did download. My son and I downloaded the UFC 4 on the Xbox on Game Pass. We messed around with that a little bit in the living room, just kind of playing around with it. But
those games are cool, man.
It has a lot of character customization. It was pretty in depth.
You know what game I missed that EA kind of like pulled away from once they started the UFC games? I miss Fight Night games, man.
Fight Night, yeah.
Like, I don't know about you guys, but I personally prefer watching boxing over UFC.
Me too. I don't know. Just
I don't know what it is. It feels.
I grew up on boxing.
Same here. Like, I grew up around boxing too. And, you know, growing up in Vegas, you know, like boxing is huge down there because boxing matches are always happening there. So fucking, like, I've always watched boxing or whatever, and I don't know. I really missed that game. I really missed Fight Night. Like, I think last time I played Fight Night round 3, which is the last one, or round 4. I think it's round 3 is the last one, maybe 4. I don't fucking remember. Last time I played that, it was like in a backwards compatible version of the Xbox 360 one.
Right.
I mean, like, they never released an Xbox One version of that game at all. Like, not even like a remake or a remaster, nothing. Like, it's kind of crazy, right? Like, and the thing is, like, lately, I feel like no one else has really entered the realm of a boxing game. Like, is there any real good boxing games on PC? I don't know.
No, there's no license.
I was gonna say, Jesus, what I was gonna recommend, like, after playing this, it doesn't compare at all to the boxing VR games. They are so much better. I just pulled up my Steam to see which ones I have. I had 2 of them. We got in the Creed one, and that one's okay. That one doesn't have a whole lot of opponents, but the thrill of the fight is really good. It's not as polished looking. Yeah, that game is really, really fun. Like, the movement, and it wears you out, and you got the punches, and it's.
I might check it out. It's $10.
Yeah, and it's really fun.
It's really cheap. I'm gonna check it out. Yeah, because I still have the Rift, so I could play it on the PC, and yeah, it's probably immersive, right? It's probably like. I'm thinking. What's that? Wii boxing?
It might be a VR version. Yeah, it's pretty much what it is, like a VR version of that. Except for, like, you get dizzy when you get hit, like your screen kind of blurs and it messes with you. And but yeah, I mean, you're throwing them hooks and everything and stuff, and it's just a lot of fun.
I might have to check it out. But yeah, man, I really miss a good boxing game, like a good.
Just stay in your boundaries. Don't be punching walls with your remotes.
Punch your fucking monitor.
Yeah, right.
No, I broke my window, my drywall, my monitor.
Good thing you do House Flipper and you know how to do all of that.
Oh, there you go. Man. I can just... No, I don't know how to do any of that. Hey, all I do is click on things, man. Anyways, that's all my husband playing, I think.
The funny thing is, I'm just actually looking at the news in that game, and some professional boxer uses to train, actually.
Wow.
That's the first thing that comes up on the news on it.
What have you been playing, Evan or Gunny? I don't really care. Whoever wants to go.
Go ahead, Gunny.
Oh, you know what I've been playing? Besides all these silly kitty Fortnite games you old guys have been playing? I picked up Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, the latest, newest Lego game. And it was, the last time that I played a Lego game was probably before we started the reboot of this podcast like over 5 years ago. But remember we were talking about it last week, looking at that, going, I like this, third person style type Lego game, where the other ones were always more, isometric and, sort of top down, side scrolling features to it, where I feel this one's really just that over the shoulder third person.
Didn't the older ones, it would just kind of change all the time depending on where you were at. Like if you changed rooms, sometimes it would be behind you or sometimes it'd be above in the top corner.
Yeah.
I think it's
they
the way
were
they
always, they would change. I mean, it didn't change too much, but, if you were anything in that outside, like I'm thinking Lego Indiana Jones or Lego Harry Potter, Lego Batman. Well, Lego Batman just did have some of that side-scrolling stuff. But, I mean, I didn't, I had played a good fair amount of it with my son and, hell, even some of it on my own way back on the Xbox 360. But yeah, but even then I had kind of dropped off. They were just, but every time I saw one coming out, I was like, oh, Lego City Undercover. It was like the kid in me just wanted to play it. But yeah, the Skywalker Saga, you're basically playing out all 9 movies.
That seems like a long.
So, okay, so what it does.
Very long.
Yeah, and they're really short little cutscenes, right? Because...
so you're playing like the cool parts of the movies?
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what you're doing.
Okay, okay, cool. You're not playing the stupid, boring part, like them sitting there in a circle.
No.
And the Jedi Council talking for fucking 20 minutes about how Anakin is not going to become a Jedi Master.
Yeah, that's all.
All right?
Yeah, they skip over all that
Evan?
stuff.
They don't want to grant him the rank of Master, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't gotten that far. So I started with number 4, A New Hope mission. I believe that's what I started with. So, and it's got like 4 little chapters to it. You go and you meet, hey, there's Luke Skywalker. We're going to... Now, what is it, Jesus? Because I don't know my Star Wars lore. So when the game first starts out, it's what did they call her? Not Princess Leia, but now I forgot her name or whatever her actual name. Because when I actually saw it on the screen, I was like, wait. Because now I'm not going to Google it, but I was like, oh, I thought it was Princess Leia. They were calling her Lady something.
I don't know, man.
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know.
but yeah, you can tell how big of a Star Wars fan I am. I'm a Star Trek fan here. Even though I've seen every movie, and any movie that comes out, I'm gonna go see it because it's Star Wars, man. I've been watching them since I was a kid. But yeah, either way, you can really go through the story pretty quick. And one of the things that it even tells you, probably just like a classic Lego game, is that, hey, you're coming through an area. If you see something here that, you can't complete or whatever, maybe you don't have the right character because of the story sequence.
Yeah, I was going to ask if they had that still.
Yeah, it'll clearly tell you like, hey, you can always come back and play free mode. And I think, I'm not 100% sure, but I think you can even switch it to free play mode at any time because, it has the little directional things of saying, all right, you need to go over here to, basically this will get you to the next story mission. But you don't have to, right? Because once you get there, it'll say, do you want to continue with the story? Yes or no. And that happens quite often, right? Because you can just kind of venture off and, collect more Lego studs and become a true Jedi Master, which I did on one mission, which was, you get all the, now I'm thinking what they're called. They're called, mini kits, right? Just like in any classic Lego game.
Yeah, they have the mini kits, and don't they have like red bricks? Do they still have those as well, or
red? And then you get, and then the blue ones. Obviously, you get more, more Lego studs out of it. I'll just call them studs or bricks. But yeah, this other one, I think I just, without even trying, I was like, hey, fuck, that's pretty good that I made True Jedi on that mission. But then there were some missions where when you get to the Death Star, where it says like, it showed me at the end that there were 5 mini kits and you got 0. I'm like, well, where the hell were they? Like, I needed to venture off, but I wouldn't have even known where to go. Or there must be more to it, because there were different levels, like in an elevator, to go off and I don't think there were any there are side missions in the game, but I don't know how significant they are. I didn't really activate any of them. I really just went for basically to try to be true to Jedi mostly in all the the chapters or whatever before moving on. So other than that, hey, I'm having a lot of fun with it. Yeah, everything's great. You're always in that party of like 3 or 4. You could be C-3PO or R2-D2, depending on where you're at, and they'll certainly activate other things. Some of the missions have these towers, like almost like Assassin's Creed, but let me go back. It's more like that. I think Dying Light 2 had it, where once you start climbing on this tower and moving around to get to the top to get the blue brick, right, which is really your main goal, it'll I didn't realize, like, oh, there's a freaking timer, like I was so close, but it's something I'll have to go back to, so I'm assuming each mission will have one of these towers, or each episode, I should say. So, because I only noticed the one within the series. But yeah.
I know my son was saying a lot. There's like a lot of like different planets you can go to. Like later on, like I don't know if it's just like part of the missions or what, but he was saying something like to the extent there's a whole bunch of different planets and you can go back and you go back to those different planets and they have a bunch of stuff going on there. He thought the game was pretty big. Like he was like, man, I'm pretty impressed with how big this game actually is. And I can't remember how many hours he has in it on, but he said he's like 50 or 60% completion total. But his friend is like 96% or something like that. But again, I don't know how many hours they actually have in the game. But they were saying it's actually a pretty big game.
Yeah, because I know
they were talking about these planets.
Because I think after I destroyed the Death Star, spoiler alert, if you never saw the, A New Hope, or the first movie, but yeah, it's like it'll show down on the planet Earth or whatever, like, hey, you can go here. Like it was like that was the first objective, but so it definitely seems like there's going to be a lot more places I can go to just on planet Earth.
So yeah, my son's friend has 90 hours in the game right now.
Wow.
And he's got 44 of 45 achievements.
Yeah,
So,
I'm thinking I have at least 20 if I finished, A New Hope. So that's just one. And then I've still got 8 more to go. And not only that, but then I can always go back and make sure I basically complete everything, right? Blue bricks, mini kits. Yeah, because some things are hidden, where some things I found were like, there's something underneath the, this, whatever they called it, the hovercraft. I was like, I didn't realize that. I had to move. I just moved it out because I wanted to drive it, but there was something under there that I needed. So, there's always like places to explore. And then there's things in the game where it's like, oh, you can't break that or whatever, or it's showing that I probably need a different character or something. So yeah, you can definitely sink a lot of time into it and grind it out. As far as like the little cutscenes go, some of them are funny, right? Like Princess Leia, she'll put up the if you just stand there, she'll put up the 2 cinnamon buns on her, each ear. She'll kind of giggle, because that's her hair. She's got her hair buns on her ears. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about like the cutscenes that I don't know. I feel like they could have been done a little bit better, not longer, but yeah, I don't know. There's something a little off-putting about them. Maybe it's the movement. I feel like they rushed that a little bit. It's definitely not taking me out of any story element, of course. Like I've already been through the story. If you've seen the movies and and such. But as far as the voice acting, yeah, I can tell. Like I don't know who the voice actors are. Obviously, all new people. But maybe the worst one out of them of all, I would say, would maybe be Han Solo. Gosh, let me find out. It's going to be somebody famous or something, but you can definitely tell like he's reading off of a page or something where I'm like, yeah, okay. But yeah, but that's just a minor little gripe in the game. But yeah, I love Chewbacca. He's great. Yeah, Chewie, the Millennium Falcon's not going to fix itself. Just all the classic little lines in there. Yeah, movement's good. The shooting's good. It's got like a little. There's like some, like almost like a cover system, you know. Like they, you can come into a, whether you're in the Death Star or some spaceship or whatever, and you're fighting enemies, but almost that pull that left trigger, right, and then it'll aim down and automatically lock onto an enemy or something. But I feel like you could just kind of run up to them also, where it's. I'm just playing this game on regular normal. You can just walk up and melee them. Just beat them with your gun. But yeah, they still go down unless there's like a bunch of them or whatever. You kind of want to thin out them stormtroopers. But yeah, overall, man, it's a good game. I'm glad I purchased it. So can't wait to get through the other 8 episodes. So yeah, and then playing that on the Xbox Series S. What else? Oh, playing Tiny Tina's Wonderlands. As you guys know, I just kind of grind away at this game every week. And played with Vetterholic today. He was having problems with a little mission. Of course, I'm only level 14 at the time, but it was just a matter of going through like a little, finishing up a mission to basically unlock a bridge or something to get to where he needed to go. So, yeah, we did that and just wreaking havoc on all the enemies. And I've said it before, man, but they've just done such a great job with... I feel like it's such an improvement over Borderlands 3 even. Not that game wasn't even bad, but just, fighting with guns and magic and, I've got this this element now, or this powers now where it's something you can activate. You usually get one or the other. So it's almost like that ground pound, like in Destiny 2. And that one just does just a ton of damage to the enemies. So, yeah, that's fucking love using that thing. So the other one you can use is like this, like tornadoes on enemies. And obviously there's that cooldown, right? But while you're doing that, you're just pulling out your other 3 weapons and shooting everybody, and you just get that sense of feeling when you're getting hit. Your character's moving, right? Like you feel the fucking impact of the damage being taken, and vice versa, on the enemies as well. So, yeah, all the good classic, good guns to the game, and good magic. I think they did a great blend on this with that. So, but yeah, shit, I think I made it to level 17 playing with Vetterholic's level 25. Yeah, definitely leveled up a lot faster. So. Yeah, keep playing that one. Now, when I did go to the Mountain House, guys, Jesus, I was trying to update the old Xbox One X. Because it's like if you want to play a game, man, it's like yeah, your Xbox stays up to date, but your games don't. Especially if you have a lot of games, it would just take hours for me. But yeah, I think by the time I updated Diablo, the remastered or whatever version of Diablo 2, I was like, fuck, this game's not working, because the old Xbox One X is like slow now compared to the newer Series S. So one game I noticed on there, Jesus, I haven't played in a while, was Prototype 2. So that's a game that, would you say this, where they basically ported it over to the Xbox One. So it's not exactly like, it's not an emulation, right? It's more or less in that store, right? But it's not 4K. It doesn't have HDR. There's been no enhancements really done to it. But yeah, I ended up playing that for like an hour and, brought back some good memories. I think the main character's guy is Alex Mercer or something like that. And it's like, and you're just going through and it's like just tutorial stuff, like basically rip his heart out and eat it, and you end up getting, health and just lots of shooting and guns. And it just reminds me of playing like, man, even like they took a lot of stuff from Gears of War 1 and 2, I feel. And I think those games even came out before this game. Just a lot of death and jumping up on the side of buildings and shooting everything. Gosh, it's good fun.
Okay.
Good old Prototype, man. Love that game. But yeah, those are the only ones I really played. That is all. No Elden Ring. I want to get back to that game.
I keep thinking I should buy that game since I haven't been able to find anything to play. But then I'm like, nah.
Man, I keep watching these people that are higher levels, like Bill Gardner. I'm sure, they got like 6 health potions and the best armor, but still they get wrecked. Like certain situations, but fighting these huge ass enemies, man, it's crazy. But yeah, lots of places to explore. It's a good fantasy RPG. That's what keeps me hooked on this. I wouldn't say hooked, but it keeps me interested. I just need more time to play it. Level and grind.
That's what I feel like I would run into with if I buy it myself, is if I'll have time to play it or not. I feel like I would start it and then not finish it.
Yeah,
kind of like what I did with God of War. Like I picked that game up and
God of War was really good.
And I know I need to get back into that because.
Damn, dude, you could probably play it in like such a cool state too, like probably like 60 FPS, everything max, super settings. Right. Like what it would look like on a PS5 probably. That's probably how you could play it, if not even better.
Yeah, it's a game definitely, man, you would need to put 90 hours to the side. I mean, there's going to be more, but you know what I mean? Like, you're going to make sure you're going to be probably Googling stuff, Redditing stuff, like, all right, how do I get this armor or that, or, not cheats or whatever, but just how do I get to the next area? What's this mission stuff? Because nothing tells you, really, there's not much. I mean, there's nothing really even, maybe there's something that might pop out at you that's obvious, right? But it'll just say go to, a mission might be where go to the green swamp or whatever, and find the guy with one eye. I'm just making shit up here, but you know what I mean? You're going to be like, what? There's no marker, it doesn't tell me exactly where I need to go.
Right.
But that's where Reddit and Google really come in handy. And YouTube, right? The old YT vids are like, oh, I need to go see, okay, I need to be here, like when it's nighttime or whatever, and wait for this guy to spawn, for me to fight him and get this weapon or this artifact or whatever. So it's just shit like that, But, I mean, it's not every mission. I mean, there's just a lot of things where you're just going to go in and, fight a boss or something. Or just big-ass enemies that you think are bosses that are not. They might just drop a piece of fruit on you. You're like, what am I going to do with this? Like, all this for a piece of fruit? But there's other things in the game where you can go to, go get some good armor and buy armor and upgrade your weapons. And, there's just so much to it. Craziness. Abilities and more magic and ton of shit to it. So, yeah, I just got to spend more time in there just grinding and leveling up. So.
Yeah, the game looks a lot of fun.
Yeah. They did they did so good on this game. Even if you watch it, like, where you can tell, like, just the movement of everything from the enemies to your characters. Yeah. It almost seems like you're fighting like a real human in the game in some ways, It's hard to tell the difference.
What are you done?
I'm done. What have you been playing, Evan?
All right, look alive, boys. I've been playing Ghostwire Tokyo.
Ooh, how is it?
And I think it's fantastic. I'm having a lot of fun with that one. I've got like 30 hours in it so far. I don't know how long the game's supposed to be, but I'm kind of doing all the I'm doing all the side quests as they pop up, and it's such a different game, and it's just a lot of fun to play. Like, I don't know. I mean, I could see how somebody might think like there's a lot of like repetitive tasks that you have to do, like but I mean, it's so like, I don't even know how to say it. It's just like, it doesn't feel like boring or like repetitive to me, but I could see somebody saying that. But I don't know. I think it's a lot of fun. Like, the story is, I don't know. I don't really know what's going on in the story. Like, you just like,
It's a Kojima game. No.
yeah, it's, I don't know. It's weird. So you're like this dude who like dies, but then at the time you die, there's like this, you're in Tokyo, and like there's this fog that like rolls through the whole city, and it starts like turning everybody into like demons and stuff. Like, I don't know, it's weird, and I'm not 100% sure on the story, but it's so you have this like, I guess you're like, so you're this dude that died, and this like, he's not a demon. It's like this guy who was a detective before. He like is a spirit that like gets put into your body. Like, he tries to take over your body, but dude, I don't even know. Like, it's just pretty much you got like this voice inside your head, and you're able to have all these powers and stuff now. So you're able to like, so you have like a wind, a water, and a fire, like little, I don't even know, it's like a spell, I guess. It's not even like a spell, it's just like, I don't know, that's like your fighting technique. So your wind one is like your fast-paced, like pistol almost, and then you have your water, which is like a wide range, like you can hit like multiple different enemies in front of you. If you have like 2 or 3 enemies coming at you, like you can use this water, and it's like a slash, and you can like hit all of them, and you have to keep hitting them until their like spirit core opens up, and then you can rip their like spirit core out of them, and it's pretty cool. Like, you press L2, I think it's L2, like once it says the little indicator shows up, like, oh, press L2 to grab the spirit core or whatever. And it's like the haptic feedback on this game is like super good, because it gives you like a nice like resistance and like that vibration, like as you're pressing the trigger, like it feels really good. And
Nice.
yeah, I was pretty impressed. Like, this game kind of like, I felt like it was a game changer in this case, more than other games that I've played. And just like when it's raining, you can feel like the little vibrations all over the controller too. Pretty sick. And
I'm assuming you're playing on PS5 then.
yeah,
Right?
Exclusive.
yeah. So the controller feels really good, and and then you have like your fire shot that you can do, which is like I guess it's like a shotgun, because it's like one big like shot, or like a fireball, and it'll do a lot of damage. And like there's some enemies, there's like a few different types of enemies, but there's some that have like, I mean, they hold umbrellas in front of them, and you can't use your like wind or like water. You have to use the fire to like blow past their umbrella. So you have those different elements that you use, and then you also have a bow and arrow too, because there's some points in the story where you get separated from like the second guy that's like inside of you. Dude, this game's weird. It's hard to explain, but it's really fun. So like there's some points where you get separated, and you're pretty much left stranded. Like, you have all these cool like abilities and powers and stuff, and then there's like random points in the story where you get like split apart, and then you're just left with a bow and some arrows, and you gotta like try and shoot all these like demons and stuff. And those parts are kind of tricky, because you have to be more stealthy. Like, you gotta like sneak around them, and yeah, it introduces like more of a stealth approach that you have to do. And So
That's what. Do you feel like that when it becomes that type of game? Do you feel like it's a tacked in thing? Like, do you feel like they kind of just throw it in there because, like, oh, we need to, I don't know, split these guys up and make this guy go stealth mode for a bit, you know?
I mean,
does that break the flow of the game almost?
I don't feel like it breaks the flow. No, I don't think so. I mean, no, because, well, I don't know, because you have all these like cool powers and stuff, and then it kind of like
all of a sudden they take them away from you, right?
Yeah, so it kind of like keeps you in check, like, oh shit, like I gotta, because you have like your skill trees and stuff, so you have like your abilities, and then you have your there's like a whole separate skill tree for like your bow and arrow, and like I didn't have any of those abilities, and so I was like I fucked myself because like I didn't have any of the skill points left over because I kept on buying all these other abilities, and then I had this like, you know, my quiver wasn't upgraded, and then my draw speed was, you know, a lot longer, and then my charge time, you know, just all this stuff. I was like, damn, man, like, so then I started putting.
You never use it, did you?
Yeah, I was like, yeah, it kind of checked me on that part.
That's probably a common thing, though. I mean, if I was playing, you know, that's probably what I would be doing. I would be putting all my points and all the cool stuff, you know, like, oh, this is cool, this is cool.
Who the fuck wants to use a bow? But I could shoot fucking wind and water and fire.
We're
and
deer
shit.
hunting here. We're hunting down demons
Oh, fuck.
and ghouls.
I ain't trying to play no stupid Tomb Raider. I mean, fucking stupid.
Let's throw in the Laura Croft, the Tomb Raider section.
Yeah. So, but the cool part about this game is you level up pretty quick, and then there's all these like, so you get experience from like defeating enemies and stuff, but there's all these like spirits that are just like in weird like locations, like they're just randomly on the street, and you just go up to them, and you have this little like paper like cross looking thing, and you just hold it up to that, and like it absorbs all the spirits or something, and then so once you fill up, like you can upgrade it so that you can store more spirits in your little paper things.
You've been exercised.
But then you have to take it to like a phone booth, and then you type in this code on the payphone. You have to go to a payphone. You have to type in like a code on the payphone. It does it automatically, but you type in this code, and then the payphone like opens up, and then you put your little paper things on there, and you deposit your spirits, and that's how you get a lot of experience points.
A little Matrix.
So, yeah, it's dude.
I'm really getting Death Stranding vibes now.
Yeah. Dude, this game is such a trip, and so I've found.
But is it Death Stranding good?
I didn't play Death Stranding.
Death Stranding is it's like game of the century, bro.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This game is pretty trippy because. So yeah, so first you level up pretty quick, so you're able to get more abilities and stuff like that. Like I found like you level up pretty quick, which is nice because you're able to get, you know, more stuff. But yeah, there's like it's so trippy because like at different points, like on these side missions and even in the main mission, like you'll be doing something, and then all of a sudden you'll go into like a whole different like dimension, and it's like, what do they call it? They call it, there's like corruption. There's like, you know, this corruption in the area. And so you're in this whole separate, like, in places where there's higher corruption, you go to like a whole different area, and it's like a small section. And like, there's been times where I've been like going through a building, and like everything is moving in front of you as you're progressing. Like if you're going down a hallway, you'll see like newspapers fly up on the wall, and they'll just stick to the wall. It looks like some possessed, like, you know, some possessed like stuff happening, and then like you'll be walking towards
activities been going on.
Yeah, there you go, paranormal. That's a better word. So then you'll be walking up towards a door, and then all of a sudden it'll like shut, and like something will go in front of it, and you're like, all right, well, I can't go through there now, and you got to take a different way. And it's, dude, this game's so trippy. Like it's so much fun to play just because like the visuals are so good, and it's it's just really fun. And then there's like, and then they added the there's like dogs and cats, like, just randomly around the city. For some reason, they didn't get affected by this like fog or whatever. So what you do is you see like a dog on the street and you walk up to it, and then one of the one of the abilities that your dude has is he can use a spectral vision, and then it kind of gives you like a like a survivor sense kind of you know what I'm talking about, like how it kind of shows like where items are and stuff. It like highlights them and gives them that, like, you're able to see stuff, and so you can read the thoughts of like the dogs and cats, and like you can give the dogs food. So you buy some dog food from the stores, and you go up and you give the dog some food, and then he'll either lead you to something like a statue where you can get more like ammo, I guess you could say, like more like of your stuff to use your like wind and water and fire stuff, and then or he'll just like walk over a little bit, like you'll follow the dog, and then just in a random spot he'll start digging, and like you get a bunch of coins, and it's just like,
Evan,
okay.
Can you at least, now there was actually a Twitter account, but can you pet the dog?
Yes, you can pet the dogs. Yes. And then there's there's all these, like the cats. There's some cats that are just like strays on the street, but then all the shops that you go into, and there's like these little stalls like on the street, like they've got these like floating cats that are like, hey, like, you want to buy some stuff, like, and then you just
somebody was high making this.
Yeah, dude, that's what it is. It's so trippy. And then like some of these shops, like some of the cats will be like, hey, can you find this item for me? And they'll give you a bunch of like coins if you find it. And so there's like, there's like a highlighted circle on the map, and you go to that area and you just try and look for like some random item. It's just, just like a bunch of different items, like little like toy soldiers or something, or like a little car, or like a little statue or a painting or something, just like a bunch of random stuff. And then you get a bunch of coins for finding this stuff. And then but yeah, the there's like some of the other abilities that you can do, like as you level up, like you can like glide. So it's like if you go on top of a building, you like jump off and you like hold the X button or whatever, you can like glide to like other buildings, like, because not every building has like stairs or whatever. You have to find certain buildings that have stairs, and you go up to the top, and you just
the spirit glide.
Yeah, you can glide, and you can upgrade it so that you can glide longer. And then there's and another ability that you can do only with like the guy inside of you, like you can like remove these. Some of these spirits on the streets have like a curse on them, and you have to like remove the curse. So what you do is you go up to them, and then it has you like, it draws like a pattern on the screen of like what you have to move the thumbstick. So it'll be like you kind of just have to trace the pattern. You can either do it on the what do you call it, the touchpad, or the thumbstick, and you kind of have to like you remove the seal from these things or whatever, and then
like Detroit Become Human, I think, had something similar.
Yeah, so stuff like that. And there's all these there's like different enemies too. Like there's that Slender Man looking guy, and then there's like these little like headless girls that like dance around, and there's a bunch of weird enemies in there. And then but the funniest part, like I'll be going through the story, and like one of the things I unlocked was a Fallout jumpsuit. And so in all the cutscenes, like you'll see my guy wearing like a Vault 111 jumpsuit, like a vault suit, and it just like it just completely like makes me take a step back. Like, what the fuck? Like, what?
Yeah.
It's just so random. Like, this guy's just wearing a vault suit. Like, it's just silly. But you know, there's other outfits and stuff you can get, but yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. I think it's a great game. So yeah, I got like 30 hours in it. So
Wow.
I
This
don't know.
sounds like a fresh game. You know, we talked about
It
it
is.
last week, right?
Yeah, it was. It just trips me out. There's so many like weird, like random things that happen, like, and like some of the side quests are just bizarre too. Like, you know, this little ghost, like all the side quests you do are like from these little ghost spirits that have like regrets or something. Like, you have to go into this building. Like, this dude's like, this spirit is like, just posted up in front of this like, construction site, and then you go up and talk to him like you're like, hey, what's up? Like, and the guy's like, oh man, my boss was such a jerk to us. Like, he didn't want to, he didn't give us overtime, and you have to go in and like kind of like make peace with, whatever's like, based on the side quest, like, whatever it is. Like, it's just all these random quests, and like, it's yeah, it's such a trippy game, but I'm having a lot of fun with it. So I think if you got a PS5, like, I think it's worth checking out.
Yeah.
And
I think I noticed it's on, so I knew it was also on Steam. But then also, if you go to the Epic Store, there's that Ghostwire Tokyo Prelude.
oh, I didn't
Which
even
is
know
like
about
yeah,
that.
it's a free thing that you can play.
Oh, I thought it was just on PlayStation.
Yeah, I knew it.
Yeah,
I knew it was
it's
on
not on
Steam.
Xbox.
Oh, it's on Steam too. That's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, not on.
made my mind think. I was like, maybe I should try to pick this up and play it with my PS5 controller, and see if it would have the haptic feedbacks in it, kind of like
Not on
Deathloop does.
PS4. Either.
Oh yeah, that too. Like, yeah, that's I mean, I'm playing it on the PS5, but it's yeah, I think the haptic feedback was like really good. Like, just with like the rain, and like there was this. I saw this one cutscene today. Like, the guy's just like, there's some dialogue happening, and then I felt this like tapping, like in the controller, and like the character was like tapping his finger like on something. Like, it was just subtle though. It was just like, it wasn't even like meant to be like he wasn't like tapping at something. He was just like tapping his finger on like a table or something. I was like, huh, it's kind of cool. Just like little small subtle details. But yeah, that's really all I've been playing is just Ghostwire Tokyo, and then I finished up. I beat the main story of Pokemon Arceus, so that's my little that's my game I play before I go to work, just in my car. For
Nice.
like 20 minutes or something every day. Play some Pokemon before going on the grind. So yeah, I took my time with that one. But yeah, I think I talked about it last time, so I like that one too. It was a pretty good game. But yeah, that's all I got. That's it.
Awesome. Speaking of Pokemon, I've been playing Pokemon Go again.
Oh yeah, while you're driving?
We got news on that later.
Yeah, while I'm driving, I've been playing Pokemon Go. Yeah. So
Did they add new stuff to it, or you just decided to go back to it?
I decided to go back to my coworkers were playing it. They're like, "Oh, you should play." I'm like, "Fuck it, I'll download it again." And they've added pretty much all the Pokemon I feel like there is out there, because there's like 800 now. At first, there was the 150.
Yeah.
Now there's the full 800 or whatever. And
Damn.
yeah, pretty much it's Pokemon Go. They've added new shit though to it, like new stuff that I've noticed they've added. So there's new Pokemon, and there's new like little berries and shit you can feed the Pokemon or whatever. So there's some stuff like that that's new. But man, like I think they said the first time or the last time I logged in, or the first time I logged in was in 2016. I'm like, God, this game has been going on for like 6 years now.
It's crazy how so many people still play it too.
Like a lot of people still play that game.
Yeah.
Like my coworker said that he's been playing it for the last 6 years.
Yeah, that's
He's
wild.
like, yeah, I've been playing it. He's like, I've been playing it since like 2016. I'm like, all the time. He's like, yeah, like every day.
Don't they have like isn't there like a Pokemon convention? Not a convention, but
There's a fest, yeah.
There was like a fest they do it in Chicago every year. There's like 5,000 people that show up. I don't know how many people
it's
attend,
fucking wild.
But it's insane.
But yeah, I mean, I downloaded it. I don't really know what the fuck I'm doing. All I'm doing is catching Pokemon. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with them. Or they were telling me there's like a rating system now in the app. So like a Pokemon will be rated from 0 to 3 stars. 3 stars being like a really good type of that Pokemon. So you can catch multiple Pikachus, but you'll maybe only have one that's a 3-star. You know what I mean? And then maybe you'll have a shiny, what's it called? A shiny Pikachu, like a whatever, like a holographic or whatever Pikachu. But that Pikachu might not be a 3-star Pikachu or whatever. So it's really weird. Like they have like all these rating systems and shit, and they've added all that to it. So I don't know. I'm gonna keep playing it, catch more Pokemon. I know that like the way they're very smart about their microtransactions, because one of the microtransactions that keeps trying for me to buy is the backpack upgrade. So like the backpack only has so many slots when you first start out. I think mine has 300. I don't know if I ever upgraded it or not, but right now I have 300, and like I have too many items. I have like 400 items or whatever, because every time you level up, you get items and shit. And it's like, you have too many items. You cannot open these gifts your friends send you. How about you upgrade your backpack to get more space? And like I go to the upgrade store, like I go to the store, right, to see, okay, like what is an upgrade? Like I'm thinking it's a one-time purchase. No, it's a infinite time purchase. So like, I think it's like $1 maybe, and you get 50 backpack spaces. So you think about that, like I would need to buy that twice to get the 100 spaces I need, because I have like 400 items, right? So like I would have to buy that as $2 right there, you know? And like you think about like the more, eventually you're gonna need more and more and more and more space, right? So like, what you end up paying like what, like $20 for fucking backpack space in a mobile game, you know?
Yeah.
But that's how they get you. Anyways. Actually, I missed a couple games that I played this week.
What the fuck, bro?
Yeah, I missed a couple games.
Jeez.
One of the ones I missed was Hell Let Loose. I don't know if you guys have ever played this. It's on the PC. It's a PC, I would say, only game, and it's a very.
I thought it was on. Yeah, didn't you play that on PS5?
Hell Let Loose. It may be on PS5. I think maybe. Yeah, it might be on PS5. Anyways, I play this on the PC, man, and like, it is too hardcore on PC. I cannot do it, man. I cannot play with these players. They're too fucking hardcore. First of all, Mayo, they're too hardcore, and second of all, they're too like realistic. Like these motherfuckers, they're like doing call outs left and right. Like, I have no idea what's going on. Like, I got into a match the other day, and I was kind of like in the end of the match, I kind of just kept dying over and over. And whatever. I was like, all right, you know what? I'm going to start the next match from the beginning. Match starts, Gunny, right? The map is like this huge town in France or something. It's like an actual town in France. This huge map. And we're the Americans or the British, I think, and we're attacking the Germans. And we're fucking like running across this like field for like ever, dude, to get to the town. And then the town, you know, like legitimately in the beginning, we have to jump into trucks that some other player is driving in the game so he can drive us to the fucking battle area. You know what I mean? Like, he needs to drive us into town, Gunny, to drop us off because it's that far away from the spawn point, dude. It was like, fuck. All right, boys, hop in. And we're like, I was like, who the fuck is that? Like an actual, it's like an actual, there was a player talking. He's like, come on, boys, I need to take you up there. Let's go, get in. And we're all jump into like this fucking truck. And he's driving us up the road, and then we all jump out. He's like, all right, good luck, boys. I'm out of here. I'm going to go get more guys.
That's his job.
He just fucking takes off.
That's his only job.
Takes off. Yes, that's his job, is to drive the people back and forth. And then, like, in that match, I had spawned in as I guess it was called a squad leader or whatever, because, like, you could create so many squads that are, like, infantry squads, and then you could only create, like, 2 armored squads and, like, 2 recon squads. That's per team, right? Like, you have a limit on how many squads you can have of each type. And I was in an infantry squad. And so it was really weird because I could hear my players on my squad, but I could also hear the other officers in the game, Mayo and Gunny. Like, I could hear the other squad leaders, right? And on top of them, I can hear the commander, the guy who's watching the match, who's the commander. And he has to call in, like, stuff for us. He's the one that deploys, like, the spawn points. And, like, he can call in, like, armored tanks to be dropped off for us or spawned in or whatever. And, like, he can call in, like, different shit, like artillery strikes or whatever, you know? And it was really fucking hardcore, Mayo. Like,
yeah, I remember
it
when
was,
you
it
streamed
was
this
a
game.
lot, dude. It was a lot. I could not focus. I had, like, all these guys in my ear talking about, like, all right, we're moving to Foxtrot 3. Commander, can we get a fucking half track spawn at Foxtrot 1 to get over there? And then I got another squad over here. Yeah, we're moving to Bravo 5. We got some enemies over here. We just saw a Panzer drive by over there. And they're doing, like, all these calls. And I'm like, what the fuck are, like, I know they're talking about a grid. So I go to the map, and sure enough, the entire fucking map is on a grid system. And instead of doing, like, landmark callouts, like, oh, we're in the village. No, they're, like, doing grid callouts. You know, like, motherfucker is here.
They're giving,
you know,
giving the actual longitude, latitude.
Yeah, like they're giving like you know, instead of saying like, instead of saying like we got a guy in this building at, you know, by the church tower, they're like, yeah, we got a tango at fucking Charlie 6. He would be in the 2nd floor, you know, like what the fuck, dude? I was so lost. And then on top of this, Gunny, right, I get to the battle area because my commander told me, because I was in whatever squad I was in, like India or something. They're like, he's like, India, I need you to go to fucking the bridge at Charlie whatever to capture it. And I'm sending other squads with you, but, you know, this is what you guys got to do for this match. So I go there and I just keep dying and fucking dying and dying and dying. I would legit spawn in, Mail, run into this trench, and, like, not even stick my head out for, I would say, 0.2 seconds, and it's like your son was playing Fortnite across the map shooting me. I don't know from where, but I'm getting fucking headshotted, dude, and I have no idea. Like, it doesn't show you where the enemy's at. It tells you who kills you, but it doesn't show you, like, anything, any indications of where they were at. It just shows your dead body on the ground.
It's not Battlefield. It doesn't show the red hollow.
Yeah, it doesn't show, like, it doesn't give you, like,
through the bush.
Yeah, it doesn't give you a hint, right? Like, it doesn't say, like, oh, it kind of came from this direction. Nothing, dude. So, like, we just kept spawning and dying and spawning and dying, and then we're calling in artillery strikes. Finally, it was too much for me. I, like, gave the squad position to, like, another guy on my team. I was like, you're the squad leader now, dude. You talk to all these motherfuckers. Like, I don't want to talk to these guys. It was too much. That game is too much. That game is, like, really simulator hardcore. And then, like, I found a server, dude, was nothing but, like, European people. So you got, like, people speaking French. Like, in the French servers, you got German servers. You got all kinds of Russian servers. You got all these servers that people are playing on. And they're just, like, fucking, you know, like, it's too simulator, man. It's too much.
I feel like you like games like this that are, like, hyper realistic.
I do, but this is way too much.
Have you tried? Have you tried Squad? I don't know if you tried that one or not.
No, I know that's the one I keep. It's always on my fucking store on Steam. Where it's like, you should play this game. I'm like, no,
it doesn't
fuck you.
look great. I mean, it doesn't look as good as Hell Let Loose, but they kind of remind me of the same thing. Where, you know, I watched
Hell Let Loose
streams.
didn't look that good. It looked good, but
I think I played it. I can't remember if it was off a friend's account or what.
I want to say it's a smaller. Yeah,
I didn't
smaller
care
maps.
for it.
I don't think there's any tanks in the game.
It was very simulation as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember seeing tanks, but...
And then speaking of a simulation, another game that I played, which is a game based on an older war, Evan, okay? You ever heard of a little thing called the Civil War?
Yes.
Was it civil?
Okay.
Was it very civil?
So I played a game that was about the Civil War, and like you picked either like the Union side or the Confederate side. And you're fucking fighting like these battles, dude. And like, god damn, that game is also like really weird, right? Like, I don't know if the people playing it are playing it to like troll the game, you know? Or if they're playing it because they genuinely fucking like the game and they want to role play as like some fucking Civil War soldier, Mayo. I don't know.
What's the name of it, Jesus?
War of Rights or something, or Rights of War, or like some fucking shit like that, right? Some Confederate fucking game. I don't know. And like it is like the people that I was playing with, they were like really like hardcore people, man. Like they were talking about like they were like one dude was talking like in an accent. Like it was really bizarre. I was like, what the fuck is going on in here? And like these people were like really into the game. I was like, I'm just playing this to like fuck around, you know, like see if I could be the drummer guy or whatever. like these guys over here playing the game like for real, dude. And like the game is really fucking like a simulation almost, because you shoot your musket gunny, which is super inaccurate, right? Like it's really inaccurate. And then you have to stand there. You got to be
close, right? Especially
for 10 seconds.
Powder ball.
You have to stand there for like 20 seconds reloading this fucking thing. Right? You're like pouring the fucking gunpowder down the barrel. You're like cleaning the little barrel with the little fucking steak thing. You know, you're in there fucking doing all this bullshit, you know? It takes like 20 seconds to reload one shot. You know, and it's really annoying. That game was really bad, so I didn't play it for very long. But yeah, Hell Let Loose is better than that, but Hell Let Loose is too much of a simulator for me. And yeah, Pokemon Go is still Pokemon Go. Alright, you know what time it is, Gunny?
It is time for the news!
Yeah! Woo!
We're done talking about what you've been playing already. You and your hour-and-a-half games.
Speaking of Pokemon Go, Pokemon Go Fest returns this summer, Evan, with in-person and virtual events. That's right. Pokemon Go's big annual community gathering, Gunny and Mayo, Pokemon Go Fest, will return summer 2022 with the 2-day global event on Saturday, June 4th and Sunday, June 5th. And as 3 later in-person events in Berlin, Germany, Seattle, Washington, and Sapporo. I don't know what the fuck that is.
Sapporo? Is that Japan?
Beer?
Maybe. I don't know. Now you guys come. Now we got to find out where the
Sapporo, that's a beer. That's a Japanese beer.
Sapporo.
Take it from the Japanese man.
Ah, shit. Let me look it up. Sapporo. Oh, Gunny. I don't know. We'll see if Gunny's right. Yeah.
See, I know my Japanese.
It is the capital of an island in Japan. Yeah.
I know my geography.
Wow, good job, Gunny.
See, and I drink the beer, too.
Anyways, dude, actually, I was thinking about going to the event in Seattle. Not even fucking bullshitting you. Like, I'm like, should I go to that? That sounds pretty cool. Anyways, GoFest 2022 will be available during online play during its 2-day experience in June. Niantic will also hold a bonus finale event on Saturday, August 27th, but did not provide any details on what that will entail. Anyways, so the in-person Go Fest for 2022, Mayo. I know you want to go. All right, Mayo?
Go fast.
Right.
Your first chance to go to one, Mayo, will be Friday, July 1st through Sunday, July 3rd, Evan.
In Berlin.
In Berlin, Germany. Yeah, woo! Woo!
Yeah, get some of that
Germany.
German beer, some some pretzels.
Or you had such a good time there, Gunny, that you're going to go back again over in Seattle from July 22nd through Sunday the 24th of July. Woo!
Yeah,
woo.
I'm going to go skydive off the Space Needle.
I might go to that one. Friday, August 5th through Sunday, August 7th will be the event in Sapporo, Japan. And, yeah. Niantic did not announce what the ticket price will be or what bonuses players may receive or expect when they go there, either in person or virtual, like, rewards. Because I know in the previous events, they've done virtual rewards where, like, you can catch, like, only, like, a certain type of Pokemon there, you know what I mean? Or, like, a special type of fucking thing if you go to it or whatever. So,
Makes
I don't know,
sense.
man. Sounds cool. Sounds cool,
Yeah,
Evan.
it
Let's
does.
go, Evan. Let's go to Germany.
Alright.
Go on to Germany, Evan. I was like, fuck you.
Well, I'll go to Seattle.
Yeah, Seattle's closer, Evan.
Yeah, then you can go sit on the Space Needle.
Yeah. In other news, Sony is now hiring a senior director for PC planning and strategy. That's right. Sony formed a PlayStation PC publishing label back in 2021 Mayo and has brought plenty of formerly PlayStation exclusive games to the PC, with Death Stranding, Horizon Zero Dawn, and God of War among them. Anyways, they're hiring. Okay, this is what the
Here's
role
your-
will entail.
I was gonna say, here's your strategy: just put it on Steam and sell your game.
They will be responsible for the strategy and commercial activity within global channel sales and will deliver a single optimized PC sales growth and commercial plan to hub and territory teams to implement. Okay. You're right, Mayo. They're probably going to be like, okay, guys. All right, I've been working all week on this plan. It's a big project. Okay,
Right?
guys. Big project. I've been slaving over this. I missed my kid's birthday because of this huge project I've been working on. This is my plan. All right, we're going to go. And we're going to put all our games on Steam. All right? That's going to work, guys. Big plan right there. Woo! Give this guy a bonus. Give this guy $100,000 bonus right now. What a genius.
Right?
Oh, man.
Maybe we'll get Ghost of Tsushima on there.
Yeah, guy's gonna-
Tsushima? Yeah. Maybe we'll get that on.
Such a
PC.
great planner, huh, Mayo? Guy thought way out of the box there. Put
Yeah.
everything on Steam.
You're hired.
You're hired, yeah, you're hired.
Just port it over. It's made on a PC.
There we go.
It
I need to be the senior
played on a
director for PC planning and strategy for
There
Sony.
you go. There you go, man. You should go apply. Just put in your resume, like,
Right.
I have a huge plan for you guys. Big fucking plan, okay?
There's this little company on the PC world that we can put our stuff on.
You guys may
I
not
think
have
it
heard
was
of them.
They even have
Yeah.
a mobile machine.
Yeah. Gearbox has now announced a new Tales from the Borderlands game.
Ooh, the
What?
first one is good.
Today has kicked off PAX East 2022, and the headline of the main stage was Gearbox Entertainment. Gearbox talked about many things, including their new acquisitions, new and existing games, a slight update to the Borderlands movie, and an announcement of the new interactive narrative-based game within the Borderlands universe. Boom, son. Not much was said about the plot or where and when in the Borderlands universe this will take place. We do know that it will release sometime this year in 2022, and that an official announcement of the game will be coming sometime this summer. Yeah.
I don't know.
Also,
Go ahead.
this game was made entirely Mayo and Gunny within Gearbox and will be used as a way to introduce new characters and additional world building for the Borderlands universe.
That's what I was waiting for you to read. That's cool. Okay, because I was wondering, like, if they were gonna, outsource this game or keep it in house. So that's cool. That means it'll get done faster. I hope.
No, not just that, but I think they're gonna really stay true to the Borderlands. I would say humor and soul, right? Like Borderlands is like the fucking. They don't give a fuck, you know.
Yeah, And I mean, they did a great job with that studio that shut down. That was, I think, it was located here in the Bay Area, California. Forgot their names, but they did a great job on it. So I'm sure Gearbox will do good. Get that out there and keep going with it.
Yeah, out of all the Telltale games, I want to say that the Borderlands one was probably my favorite one. Like, even if you haven't played it now, I would highly suggest you go and buy it, just like the first Tales from the Borderlands season or whatever. I think maybe there was 2 seasons. I don't know. But that story, I don't know if you guys have played it, it's fucking really good. Like, it is really fucking good from the beginning to the fucking end of that story. It is fucking awesome.
Yeah. Definitely watching, what the hell is his name? Jack? Something Jack. But watching him in that game, versus like what you played in Borderlands 1 and 2 at the time. Like not a totally different person, but you're like, what the fuck? There's a Jack. You really get to see who he is even before.
Handsome Jack or whatever?
Yeah, Handsome Jack, before even Borderlands 1 and 2 games.
Yeah.
So you're like, this is Jack, huh? Before becoming the fucking overall leader of whatever the hell it was.
Everything. How they became like the leader right at Hyperion or whatever?
Yeah, Hyperion was it.
Because the story...
I guess he worked for him, but he wasn't
have you played it, Mayo?
No.
So you play
good.
I believe you play as Jack, right? And you're playing as, like, you're vault hunting and or whatever. Like, you're looking for this vault, and that's the whole season is you're looking for the vault. And they do have, like, some cameos from, like, Borderlands. They have, like, some Borderlands characters that join you for, like, the quest or whatever. Like, I'm pretty sure Zero, right? He joins you, right? Or they join you.
Yeah, I forgot who the woman is that you're with.
Zero, there's the chick. And and like Gunny said, this game ties into the Borderlands universe. So in Borderlands 3, there's actually like a few, like, I would say there's kind of some nods to that game or whatever.
There's the name escapes me, but it's funny. Like in Borderlands 3, I don't know if it might be a little bit of a spoiler, but one of the guys that in Tales of the Borderlands, they find him, like, he just comes flying out of this like it looks like a gym locker. It's a work locker, right? And he's only just wearing, like, his underwear, Like, God damn, thanks for opening the door.
Well,
like, he's been in there forever, Just that humor, Yeah. I was laughing so hard when I saw that in Borderlands 3.
Yeah, that was like one of the first guys you rescue, like, early on, right?
Yeah, was it? Yeah. Oh, correct. Yep, that is the beginning area of Borderlands 3. Yep.
But yeah, check out Tales from the Borderlands. It's a fucking really good game. And I'm glad they're making a season 2 because... It'll probably open the game up to, I would say, new players, people that maybe don't like the Borderlands games, but they like that or whatever,
Yeah.
Lego The Star Wars, Lego Star Wars, The Skywalker Saga has now set a record, Evan. Okay? Record.
Is this the one that Gunny's playing?
Yeah, for the biggest launch in the history of the Lego series games. On consoles, at least. The game has now sold over 3.2 million units over its first 2 weeks and surpassed the sales records on every platform, every region, and every edition of the game. WB Games announced. Wow.
Yeah.
Would you say it's because it's just the franchise, right? It's what it is. What sold it, right? It's just you can't say, like, the people that bought this game really like Lego games. That's why they bought it. No, it's
Star Wars.
People like Star Wars, you know?
And, when they see that you're getting 9 films in there, it makes it seem like it's like
it's a big bundle, right? Like, it's worth it, right?
Like, there's 2,700 hours to be made in this game or something, but, yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like. People, Star Wars fans, they,
I think they're probably the only other, like, franchise or, like, story they could, like, get like this
Marvel.
would be like
Lord of the Rings.
Marvel, right?
But they've done, those have always done pretty good, but obviously not as good as what Star Wars did because.
Or what about like a Harry Potter Lego
That's
Like,
what I
from,
was
like,
just sort of thinking.
all the movies of Harry Potter.
There you go.
From
like
like the
trilogy.
beginning, from like the first Harry Potter to like the last Harry Potter.
I think it would
Part
surpass
1 and
it.
part 2.
I don't know. I think Harry Potter would be pretty cool, man. I think a lot of people would be like, "Fuck yeah, let's go, motherfucker!"
I finished that game, by the way, back in the day on the Xbox 360.
Yeah. I'm super. I don't know if you guys are, but I'm really excited for that Harry Potter fucking new game
Hogwarts
coming
one?
out.
The new game?
Yeah, the Hogwarts,
Yeah.
whatever.
It looks good.
The RPG one or whatever. That game looks fucking cool, dude. I'm like, hell yeah, fuck yeah, let's go.
You think more people are like, there's got to be more Star Wars nerds than Harry Potter nerds.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't think there's anything that beats out Star Wars nerds, though, huh?
No, I don't think so either. I mean, Marvel's kind of close, but
Yeah.
the thing about Star Wars fans, they're like legit motherfucking fans since like little kids, you know, like
Yeah.
like people love that shit, you know, and like Marvel fans, a lot of them are new, you know, like
Yeah.
you're right. Harry Potter also, like, do you
More
think?
millennials.
What do you think is bigger? Do you think Harry Potter's bigger or Marvel?
Probably Marvel.
I would say at this point probably Marvel.
Probably Marvel because as of late, I would say as of late, within the last, I'm going to say 10 years, we've seen more Marvel, not only movies, but the TV shows.
Yeah. Marvel is. There's a lot more Marvel.
TV series.
I mean, Star Wars is kind of like branching out with all these like side.
Mandalorian, and yeah, they're getting.
Yeah. You know, but Marvel just has so many characters that they do like their whole movie about and stuff. Like they kind of got a character for everyone. Like, you know,
Han
I got
Solo,
that for
yeah,
everyone.
you name it.
I don't know. That's pretty. That's an interesting toss up right there. Like,
Yeah. They're both huge, man. I mean,
I don't know like what
Huge.
J.K. Rowling.
huge.
Is she writing something new on the new Harry Potter series?
No,
you know?
she's making those Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them or whatever. Like, that's based off Harry Potter shit, dude. I'm pretty sure that's all her.
I thought she got like canceled.
Yeah, she did, didn't she?
But I mean, she still has to be making those movies, right?
Well, didn't one just come out?
Yeah, that's her, dude. That's all her
Yeah.
shit.
I've seen the Fantastic Beasts movies, but don't remember much of them.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's all J.K. Rowling or whatever. Yeah, see? Yeah, it's all her shit, Gunny. All those Fantastic Beasts movies or whatever.
Okay.
So, like, I feel like that's her new thing now.
That
Like,
first one,
she's
it was really
making
good.
money.
I didn't know that was her. Yeah.
And now they were saying that they're talking about making a new Harry Potter, but when they're all adults. But what's his name? Potter kid doesn't want to be Harry Potter anymore. He's like, fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it. And they're like, come on, motherfucker, we want to make more money. And he's like, no, I don't want to. Can't make me do it, man. You can't make me go back to be Harry Potter.
He's made his millions. He's good.
He's like, fuck you guys.
I like all the pictures they take of him where he looks like
He's like a psychopath.
Yeah.
His eyes are like bulging and shit. Oh, shit. Oh, wow. Sony will begin rolling out support for the variable refresh rate feature for the PS5 via an update released this week, the company announced on Monday. They said, quote, on HDMI 2.1 VRR-compatible TVs and PC monitors, VRR dynamically syncs the refresh rate of the display to the PS5 console's graphical output. This will enhance visual performance for the PS5 games by minimizing or eliminating visual artifacts such as frame pacing issues and screen tearing. This feature will be available globally, Mayo, and a handful of games will get the VRR support in the coming weeks. These are some of the games. Astro's Playroom, Call of Duty Vanguard,
Boo.
Call of Duty Black Ops Cold War,
Hey.
Boo.
Destiny 2, Devil May Cry 5 Special Edition, Dirt 5, Godfall, Marvel Spider-Man Remastered, Marvel Spider-Man Miles Morales, Ratchet and Clank: A Rift Apart, Resident Evil Village, Tiny Tina's Wonderlands, Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six Siege. Is that like the only game Ubisoft supports?
Yeah.
And Tribes of Midgard.
Yeah.
They're like, that game is everywhere. How come every time there's like something, like something new's coming, either a new console or something new, we always hear that fucking game on the list. Like, this is the list of games coming out for it.
They milked the cow on that one.
They made their money 10 times on that already. Guys.
Well, they should have made the competition or esports.
They should have made a new Rainbow Six Siege by now. Let's put it. They're pulling GTA 5.
Yeah.
Okay. They're like, all right, bro, we can't make anything new. Like,
it's just like that. It's like that meme from Star Wars. More.
I think my son told me they're still updating For Honor? But it's got its own little small niche community to it.
Yeah, I forgot about For Honor. That game kind of just disappeared. Games like Chivalry 2 and Mordhau and all them were just so much better.
But it was like that, but way more polished.
Yeah.
It's just it died off. I don't know, man. Maybe they needed bigger scale battles like Chivalry.
They were pretty small.
And dismemberment and stuff.
They needed that, yeah. I think they needed that, yeah. I think they needed bigger battles. Because it's cool being 4-on-4. Like, yeah, it's kind of cool. Like, maybe, but like, not like I said, nothing beats out. Like, you run into a fucking group of like 20 motherfuckers, and they all got like spears and shit. You're fucking them all up. Like,
right.
That's such a cool feeling, like you don't get that in For Honor, really. Like, didn't they have AI in the matches or something? They had AI, right?
They did.
Yeah.
Because I played that, and I would play that versus playing with real people.
They had the little AI guys running around, and they had like the 4 main players right on each team. Like I said, like they tried. They didn't do good enough. They need to do better next time. Make a new For Honor. Make it like look, man, just copy Chivalry and release it on everything.
Right, because they've got the ad money and
Ubisoft way bigger. Yeah, you could like totally publicize the shit.
Like, play this game. Everybody's be like, that's Chivalry 3. No, that's For Honor 2.
That's For Honor 2, motherfuckers. You're Spartan now or whatever. You
can get that on anything. Your Switch, on your fucking Steam Deck, your PlayStation, your Xbox. Yeah, PC. I don't know.
All right. Man, I know you've been expecting the mobile title Diablo Immortal to be a mobile game.
Oh, yes.
But after much public outcry, Blizzard, Evan, you know who that is, Evan? Blizzard
Yes.
has decided, Gunny, to release it officially for both, Evan, the PC and mobile platforms. That's right.
Should I be excited for this? Because, this news, because I thought, great, it's going to come to mobile. I'm going to play it on my phone, but what? I don't know if I want to play a port on my, like, let's say Steam, whatever, it's going to be on the Blizzard launcher, but it's going to be like playing a mobile game. I don't know. I don't see it as being...
All they've done is you know what they've done now? If there's crossplay on this or whatever, or like your accounts carry over, all they've done now is make it possible for some hackers to hack the game on the PC to be able to like give themselves 1 million, whatever the fuck, coins or whatever the fuck you get in the game, and max out their XP or whatever, and then be like, oh, bro, like I got everything. Fuck, I'm gonna fuck all the new players up.
Even if it's on the Battle.net launcher, you think they'll still be able to do something like that?
They'll do it. Yeah, yeah, they'll do it.
Wait, Battle.net is different than Blizzard.
Wait, whatever it's called, the Blizzard launcher, the Activision launcher, what's it called?
Yeah, it's Battle.net, isn't it?
It is Battle.net, isn't it? Holy cow, I got it.
Oh, it is? Oh, my
God.
Just kidding. Gotcha.
I know, because I always call it the Blizzard launcher, but...
This is why we don't suck, Jesus. We know these things.
Yeah. See, I got it right. For once. I was just thinking my Battle.net account. I'm going to have to...
Yeah, you guys keep thinking that.
I don't know. I don't know, Jesus. What do you think? This is just more appeasing to, because there is like a BlizzCon every year, right? And those fans are hardcore.
It's for the fans to shut up and be like, all right, motherfuckers, all right.
Here's your fucking mobile port.
Here you fucking nerds. Fucking stop crying, mail that you want it on Steam, goddammit. We're not going to put it there.
I feel like I get Genshin Impact vibes from this. So it's going to be like it's going to be more of a mobile game. You're just going to be able to play it on the PC.
Yeah.
Never forget Genshin Impact is a mobile game.
Yeah.
But I don't know. That would be a good thing because I've seen people play. I've seen your son play this game on PC, on Twitch. And I'm like, it looks like a PC game to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks really good. I'm not saying like I'm surprised Genshin Impact is on a phone. Like it looks really good. It's like the same way I'm surprised that like people can play Fortnite on their phone. Like possibly how many kids are probably out there playing Fortnite on their fucking phone?
Yeah.
Millions. Like they don't use a fucking controller or a mouse and keyboard, mail. They use a motherfucking tablet.
I know they're using their thumbs. That's crazy.
Their thumbs. They're sliding around and shooting people with their thumbs, Evan, on a screen. God damn.
Peasants.
Yeah. Speaking of PC games and PlayStation games coming to PC, Mayo.
Uh-huh.
On the Epic Store's games latest blog post, the storefront confirmed the release date for the PC version of the PlayStation Studios Uncharted, A Legacy of Thieves collection. This game is now launching on June 20th on the PC and will bring Uncharted series to the PC for the very first time. Dun, dun, dun. Says here the Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection will be developed by Iron Galaxy, who will bring both Uncharted 4 A Thief's End and Uncharted The Lost Legacy to the PC platform. It says here, strangely, Sony has said they have no plans to bring the Uncharted Nathan Drake collection to the PC. But yeah. So like you can play Uncharted 4, but not 1, 2, and 3, which is really weird. I don't know why they have. It says here Sony has not announced or said why they haven't decided to bring the first 3 games to the PC. I'm thinking possibly they can't. Anyways, like the PS5 version of Uncharted The Legacy of Thieves collection, the PC version will support higher frame rates and resolutions and other visual enhancements. Okay, guys, other visual enhancements. I just expect it to run better or whatever.
Yeah, yep.
But that's coming June 20th. Are you going to play this, man? Are you going to play Uncharted 4? You never played it. You going to play it?
Maybe. Like, I wouldn't be...
That sounds like
I would say probably yes. I probably would, honestly. I would probably check it out.
I never played it.
Good. What, you never played? You? What?
Yeah, I could probably... No, I played... what was it? Drake's Fortune or whatever on PS3?
Lord.
I think I might
let me tell you.
PS4.
Uncharted 4, bro. Some next level shit. Okay.
I remember you guys posting stuff. This was back on the OG Horrible Gamers with a Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, posted videos. I was like, what? That game looks amazing.
Uncharted 4 is really good. Uncharted 5 is... Was there an Uncharted 5? Was it?
No.
It's just Uncharted 4. And then Uncharted that...
Yeah.
The girl one, right? Yeah. Anyways. I don't fucking know. But go play these games. Yeah. Go play them. Anyways, guys. I'm done. There's no more news.
No more news? All right.
No more. We went through a lot of news today, but there's no more.
No, it's
there's not a whole lot.
Yeah, pretty slow out there. So, it's a new day on Twitter.
Sort of. Besides Elon Musk buying Twitter.
I know. That's crazy.
He
What was
owns
it?
44 billion.
44 billion? My gosh.
Look, Microsoft, you stupid Microsoft. You could have bought Twitter instead of Call of Duty.
Wait, he actually bought it?
Yeah, it's not a joke.
Oh, they took his offer?
Hey, money talks, man. Money talks.
44 billion. Money does talk. Well, I think what happened, right, it was like some like hostile shit, right? Where he was like, I bought almost 10% of all your stock. So now I'm the majority holder in the company. Sell me your company and I'll buy it from you at a higher price than what you're worth right now. Like, your stocks are selling at this much, I will buy them out at this much, even higher than what you have them out now. And the company was like, no, we don't think so. We're thinking that we're not going to do this. We're going to, like, not do this. We're going to just sell more shares and have your cut of the pie diluted, so other people can own more of the company. Problem was there, Gunny, was if they said no to him, he could have just dumped all that stock and made their fucking shares tumble. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So I've seen that. I don't know all the ins and outs of all that stuff. I've seen it done like in movies or heard about it. But okay,
Yeah.
but here's my question to you. I'm just a dumb truck driver here, but he dumps all 10, the stock goes down, but won't the stock eventually go back up? I mean,
maybe. That's a maybe.
I mean, how much do they lose when he does that? If he dumps all 10% or whatever, like they'll probably lose what, 5 billion?
I don't think he would lose anything. I think he would make more of his money back. Because I think just with him even announcing that he wanted to buy it, I think that drove the price up a little bit. Like he knew that was going to drive the price up because people are going to be like, "Oh fuck!"
Yeah.
So that makes the value of it go up, right?
So it is almost like what they call a hostile takeover in a sense, but not necessarily.
Like, yeah, fuck you. Because at first they wanted him to join the board, but he was like, no, I don't want to, because he knows that once you join the board, you can't buy the fucking company. You know what I mean? Like,
I thought it was the other way around. And once he joins the board, he's eligible. Okay, I got it wrong.
And then so like whatever. He finally got them to agree. It was like, fuck you guys, you better agree. And
well, you're waving 44 billion in my face. I'm gonna be like, yeah.
Yeah.
There is
definitely
a price. Everybody can.
I mean, if you look at the stock of Twitter in the last, I would say, let's look at the last month. All right, like last month, on this like March 28th, stock was worth $39.12. Right now, it's worth $51.70. So it's gone up quite a lot, like 30-something%. You know what I mean? In the last month, And where the biggest rises are is when that fucker started announcing shit. Ever since then, it's like just straight going up.
Yeah, I don't even follow him on Twitter. I don't even have to, because somebody's always retweeting his stuff or quoting him or his shit just shows up on my feed. But
that guy, like I wonder if I think he's just so smart or whatever, that he wants to do something, he'll do it, and then he gets bored and he's like, I want to do something else now. And then he gets bored of that and he's like, I want to do something else now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I want to make an electric car company. Okay, I did that. Well, how about we make these cars drive themselves? Okay. Maybe I'll make a space company. Then he does that. Like, maybe I'll make an internet company. Then he does that. And he's like, maybe I'll fucking make a flamethrower. That's not a flamethrower.
I'll make little
So
mini houses.
That.
He makes little mini houses or some.
Yeah, and then he's like, you know
stuff.
what? Now he's like, I want to buy a fucking social media company. Why not? Like, I think he just has the money to be able to do whatever the fuck he wants. That he's just like, okay, why not? Like, let's just do it.
Yeah.
I think he doesn't give a fuck because he's like, I have this much money. Like, I'm never going to run out of money. You know what I mean? Like, even if like one thing that he does completely fails,
right.
He has like the other 6 things that he's doing that will not fail,
Yeah,
like all his eggs are not in one basket.
I was watching this thing on the YT vids about, obviously about Elon Musk, but it was talking about, it might have had to do with like real estate or some kind of investments or something, but he was talking about how he only owns like 2 houses. Like, you know, obviously not to, I don't know if you want to say evade taxes, but he pays less taxes like any other rich person in this country. Right? Just like how companies don't really own a whole lot, right? Everything's leased, everything's rented, you know? So yeah, it was a trip. He had that one house here in the Bay Area, California, that he's like, yeah, I just want to keep this one for sentimental reasons. And then he's got one in Texas. It's crazy you would just think that he would have like, oh, I got like a home in every state, you know, that I go to or something. But everything's rented or leased, right? Because there's no need to buy it. He said, I'm just not into the real estate business. He's just kind of into, like you said, who knows? Maybe that'll be his next venture. Like, you know, he's like, I'm just going to be like, not Bill Gates, but the other guy that doesn't wear a Gucci belt, owns that company Sotheby's or whatever, you know, and just be like, yeah, I'm just going to be like BlackRock or somebody, buy them up and buy up all the real estate. Whatever. Just another rich man buying another rich company.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it, you know, like all these rich people, they own everything. Might as well, right, Mayo?
Yeah, might as well.
He's not gonna be the ass owning it. Some other rich fucker's gonna own it, you know? You know, it's just, that's what it is, you know? What I do like that he was saying, though, that one of the things he wants, one of the reasons he said he wanted to buy Twitter, he said different random shit. But one of them was that right. He wants to make it open, like, yeah, like open, like through like freedom, like speech. You can say whatever the fuck you want on there. Like, it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be like some kind of social experiment that fucker does. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what happens when you let motherfuckers do whatever they want on the internet?
Well, also to like open source the algorithm to like see like what exactly makes like certain tweets trend more than others or something like that. Like pretty much like open the doors to like, you know, to see what's actually going on and like, you know, why people get like shadow banned and stuff. Like,
so let me ask you, like, Jesus, let me ask you and Evan and everybody here. I'll address the elephant in the room. Is former President Trump coming back to Twitter because of this sort of thing?
Probably.
Yeah, I think so.
I'm excited. That fucker on social media was the best thing ever, dude.
It was, some of it was funny. I will agree. Some of it was funny.
He did not give a fuck. But it also created some of the best memes out there, dude. Like, legit, man. Some of the best memes were Trump tweeting at 3 a.m. on the toilet or something, you know?
Yeah.
Those were the best fucking memes, dude.
Kerfuffle. Whatever that was, yeah. Now, okay. Now, this is the personal thing of mine where this is what I've done probably in the last like couple of years, where the only thing I do is I only follow entertainment and like, you know, video games and stuff. As
Kane Marston.
Yeah. Yes, correct. Well, I had to change my name because if I put, the other thing I like to do is I follow the weather. You know, because I'll put a photo of like a weather thing related, you know, or traffic. You know, and then they end up putting me on the news, and then my boss calls me. What the fuck are you doing, Meryl? Meryl, what the fuck? You know, I'm like, what? That's you. You're on Channel 2 right now. I'm like, God damn it, you know? So I had to change my name on there. I've gotten called twice. So, yeah. But if you notice, Evan, it's still my same profile picture.
Yeah, it's just dying over there. He's like, fucking dumbass.
Yeah. Like, no, but it's like, I could just be sitting in like stopping, you know, traffic's at a dead stop or whatever, you know, that was like one phone call, right? So, but I'm very careful. I don't take pictures of the truck or my uniform or me in the truck or next to the labels of my company or, you know, nothing stupid like that. But no, seriously, I'm like, oh man, I just try to avoid any kind of like politics or anything like that on Twitter, you know? It's like, it's just so lame sometimes. So yeah, I just unfollow everybody. Just everything that's entertainment and video games and books and movies and yeah. So I think it'll just be status quo for me. Like, you know, even if it's like opened up to for people to say what they want and think what they want, great. Hey, I'm more power to them. I don't have to follow them or.
And even though Elon Musk is spending $44 billion on this, according to this, if this is correct on his net worth, he'll still have. Well, right now his net worth is $265 billion.
Okay, I thought it was 127 billion, but
no, he's the richest guy in the world right now. He beat out Jeff Bezos or whatever. I think that happened last year, but yeah, I mean, he's still gonna have like $220 billion left. Like, think about how much money that is in terms of a lifetime. Think how many lifetimes that money can last his family. Like, I would say at least 300 more years.
yeah.
Easy. You know what I mean? If in terms of like just putting that money to fucking make more money for you, that money could last forever. It's like never ending,
Yeah, that's insane.
And it's fucking crazy. It's crazy, Evan.
Yeah, that's wild. You ever seen those videos of like, like where they put like a grain of rice for like $1, and then they show like $1,000, and then they show like $1 million,
Yeah.
and then $1 billion, and it's like exponentially big. You're just like, damn, that's a lot of rice right there.
So much more. You know what I mean? Yeah. That's really how, like, you think about his net worth. He is the richest motherfucker probably to ever live, ever. And like, so much money, dude. You know what I mean? Like, what do you do with that? Like I said, you start getting bored and you start doing crazy shit like buying fucking, like companies that are social media just because you want to change them. Just because they fucking banned you once or whatever, you're gonna buy them and you're like, fuck you bitches, I'm gonna own you now, You fucking, you think you can ban me, motherfucker? I'm your boss.
Now you're all fired. No.
You're all fired. Who's the guy that banned me? I'm gonna fire that motherfucker first. Yeah, like that's kind of what he is, I feel like. Anyways, Gunny, we're done with news. Let's move on now to community questions or any show feedback we have. I don't know.
Wait, hold on. There's skipping this part here.
Oh.
What is it? No, you know what, Jesus? Real quick, before we move on to that, one thing I wanted to tell you was I finished 3 episodes of Severed. And
oh, you mean Severance?
Severance, because you've been saying go watch it, and yeah, it's pretty damn good, man. It's a real mindfuck, that show.
Mayo, have you watched Severance?
I have not. I turned on the beginning of it. I took my daughter into watching it, and so I watched the beginning of the first episode with her. And then I had something I had to go do. I had to run an errand or something like that, and she kept watching it. She's watched a couple episodes in, but
Dude,
I didn't not yet.
That show gets like, it starts weird, and it just keeps getting fucking weirder, and then by the end of the season, you're like, what the fuck? I want more right now, motherfucker.
Hello?
That last episode, Gunny.
Hello, you on the table?
Crazy.
Yeah, that so I watched 3 episodes, and then I got my wife to watch episode 1 with me, and I enjoyed it even more the second time around.
You notice different shit, don't you? You start noticing like, oh, like I should have noticed that. Like I didn't notice that the first time. Like what?
No,
yeah, it's really good.
No, I think I soaked it in pretty good with all 3 episodes, but maybe one thing I didn't notice before, like just that one, whatever it was. But then, like it just makes you think about, man, could I ever do something like that? Like say like
after watching the show, I don't think I would want to, but if you post that to a lot of people in real life and you said, hey, like, all right, Mayo, right now in your life, Mayo, if I went up to you and said, Mayo, we could do this procedure on you, right? It takes like 10 minutes. And pretty much when you're at work, as soon as you walk in the door to your job, your outside yourself right now will not know anything that goes on inside your work. Whatever happens in your work stays in your work, and the person that's at your work So while you're in the building working, that version of you or that yourself in there won't know anything about your outside home life. Anything. They won't know nothing. Won't know if you have a family. They won't know if you have kids. They won't know if you're in debt. If you're not in debt, they won't know nothing. They will just be working. And all they'll ever know is work memories. And you'll never know what goes on at your work. Would you do it?
Probably not, in all honesty.
Like you will never know when you're at work. You will never know what you're doing at work. Right. Your outside person will just come back on like at 5 o'clock, and you'll be walking out of the door or whatever.
Now, Jesus. Now, before you answer that, Mayo. Before you answer that, now, Jesus. Now he needs to know his salary price. I know this is not discussed in the show. Because otherwise, the answer is always going to be no, right?
80,000 a year starting now with potential to grow. But you don't have, like I said, you're not really working. You won't ever remember you're working. You'll just go in there at 9 in the morning, and at 5 o'clock in the afternoon, you'll wake up again and you'll be walking out the door. But it won't even feel like you're waking up. It'll feel like you're blinking your eyes, and you're going to be walking out the door.
You would never realize what you're doing, and you would
never.
always
And your person inside. And the person inside will never know what you are like on the outside. They won't know if you're like into punk rock, anything. They won't know nothing. They won't even know what type of music you like. All they know is their name. And that's it.
Yeah. Okay, 100,000, Mayo. 100,000
a year.
Not free and clear, but that's your gross.
No, I still wouldn't. It seems weird to me.
How about you, Evan? Would you take that offer if someone said I would split your memories like that? Would you do it?
Nah, I mean, no. I feel like you guys are trying to sell this idea.
No, we're just asking the question. That's
yeah. I don't know, because for me personally, like I enjoy work and like everything that happens at work. You know, all the like the bonds you make with like coworkers and stuff. Like I don't know, I like that aspect of it, and you know, I don't know. I'm gonna check out the show. Gunny was telling me about it before you hopped on, so I'll check it out. I'll report back to you with my answer later then.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. At times I think that I probably would do it because it kind of sounds kind of like easy, like an easy way to not work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because you never work. You just never work.
You don't think you would ever question what you did while you're at work?
Oh, that comes up in the show.
Maybe you think about it, but maybe you don't like.
Or next thing you know, you're missing a finger and you got hurt at work and you don't even know.
You got cut on the head and now you got a Band-Aid, but there's a note on your car saying, hey, you hit yourself with a bookshelf.
This happens on the show, right? Like this guy gets hurt in the show, and like the outside version of him obviously doesn't know, but he's walking out the door. On his car windshield, they leave like a little envelope that says his name, and it says, "Hey, during work, you're innie or like you're
worky.
You got injured while moving a box from this room to the next room. We're sorry about that. Here's a $70 gift card to go have dinner tonight on us." You know, like they'll tell you like you got hurt and cut yourself in the head a little bit, but you're obviously fine. So we put a Band-Aid on it. You called it good, and you went home after work. Like, that's all, man. I mean, maybe you're missing a finger. Like, that would be kind of extreme, right? You'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Because one of the questions, I'll just say this in episode 1 or 2 or whatever it is, where it's like, hey, so what the fuck if I don't, what if I don't like this job and I just don't want to, maybe come in tomorrow or whatever, or hey, I just don't want to be here. And then the other guy will say like, well, you obviously came back, right? You obviously came back here today, right? Because you didn't know what the hell. So you really are like two different people. It's nuts.
But it would be kind of cool at the same time. Like I said, you'll never go to work, dude.
Yeah.
You'll just like walk to the door, blink your eyes, and you're walking out the door, and you're like, oh, cool, nice. I get paid today for that. Yeah. Yeah, Evan, we get paid. Let's go play some fucking Call of Duty, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you lose 8 hours, but, still. 8 hours of what?
Yeah, nothing. Yeah, you can't play Call of Duty in those 8 hours, Gunny. God. That'd be interesting, though. But I'm glad you started watching it, Gunny. I really like that. I've been watching, speaking of shows that we've started watching, I've been watching Attack on Titan. I don't know if you guys ever watched that anime.
Yeah.
It's really good.
I always wanted to play Attack on Titan
That's
too.
a dark show.
It really is dark. Like, you don't expect it to be so dark, but right off the get-go, there's a lot of gore and shit. And, like, even, like, now I'm in season 2, and there's a lot. Like, it's gory as shit. Like, this, it's a dark anime, but it's cool as fuck. Cool as fuck, Gunny.
Yeah, I want to play that game Attack on Titan too. But every time I look in there, it's one of those games. It's like it's always $40 or $50. Like it never really goes down in price. Anyway, moving on, guys, over to the console corner. Let's get this show going. There's really not much. It's all the same stuff from last week. As we wrap up April here, because May has not been announced yet, but for PlayStation Plus, you still get Slay the Spire, Hood Outlaws and Legends, and SpongeBob SquarePants Battle for Bikini Bottom Dehydrated, all upon the PlayStation.
Those rehydrated.
Over to Xbox Gold, Games for Gold, you get a game called Hue, H-U-E, another one called Another Sight, and MX versus ATV Live, which is some motocross. We have here for Game Pass something that just got added. I saw it today, which is 7 Days to Die. So I know with this game, it's it's like a different studio that makes the console versions than the PC, because the PC version that one's always being updated. Yeah, I might just fire it up to see if they did update it, or I'm really hoping that studio, which takes care of it on Steam, the main one, takes over, because it looks like hot garbage on Xbox. But other than that, on PC, it's a lot of fun. Download mods. Yeah, it's good base builder and zombie shooter. Let's see, what do we got here for the Epic Store? You got 2 free games this week, which has been kind of the norm lately. You get Amnesia Rebirth, which looks after a horror game, and another one called River Bond. I did play River Bond back on, I think that came to Game Pass or something, shit, like a year ago. It almost gives you that vibe of kind of a pre-Minecraft Dungeons game, but it's not Dungeons, but it's got that same aesthetic, that isometric look to it. So that is all for your free games and subscription games. I don't think we had any questions, or did we have anything? Oh, did we have something, man? We had a question on Facebook, right?
Oh.
Yeah, just one of my friends, Paul Winarski on Facebook, asked if his cats were still alive. And that was just a joke because he left for Poland. I work with him, and I'm feeding his cats for the month. So
Snickersy, don't rush him.
Yeah, we'll see.
They're playing with the dog. They're fine.
Yeah, right.
But
yeah, he was asking. He hasn't been gone long enough for them to be dead yet. we'll say that.
Are you stopping by every day to make sure they're fine?
It's only been a couple of days he's been gone,
right.
So
good deal.
That's the only community question we have on Facebook.
All right.
Cool.
Sounds good.
You
I think
done?
we're done.
Hey, what about my question I asked like last week?
Would you ask?
Question. What the fuck did you ask?
Have you ever got your sack tucked back?
Oh yeah, remember that question, Gunny? Is that the one we skipped? Because we're like, this is not. I don't know. I don't remember.
No. Ask it again. What is it?
I think it was on Facebook. But I was a little disappointed you guys didn't read it. I was like, oh man.
See, I do the Twitters, not the Facebook.
The Elon Musk Twitter machine?
Well, right now, am I going to be on there? My gosh. I don't know. If it's going to be politics, then I'll just have to block everybody.
I'm saying let Trump back in. I want some funny shit to laugh at. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, what the fuck are we doing, guys?
I think we're
An old
done.
text. Yeah.
What the fuck's going on right now? What's going on? Are we done? Where can we find you, Evan?
Me?
Yeah.
Me? I'm A1 Thick Sauce 69 on Xbox and Shirt Pockets
Oh.
on PlayStation and Reppin' Evan on Steam.
Damn.
Yeah. Find me.
Find me on everything as Jesus Walks Lot. Just go fucking find me. Let's play some games. Where can we find you?
Mayo.
Mayo.
Oh, well, you're going to find me everywhere. It's the Mayo or the Mayo 1 on Discord, Steam, Xbox, all those common places. What about you, Gunny?
Find me as Gunny Chief, one word, on pretty much everything except for PlayStation. I am HGP_Gunny on there.
And Kane Marston on Twitter.
At Kane Marston. KAINMARSTON. That's my Red Dead name. Marston. Yep, but I'm still a Gunny Chief on there.
Anyways, I guess that's it, right?
Is it done? Are we finished?
Oh, yeah. Peace out, Brussels sprouts. We'll catch you in the next edition of the Horrible Creatures Podcast. Bye, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Yeah.